Card live stream. We're one day closer to my move out on May 3rd. Oh my gosh, there's only 6 days left. I think I move in 6 days. Now I say I think because the loan's still not approved. What they needed to do is they needed to get the house appraised to make sure that we're not overpaying for it. However, today they finished the appraisal, and actually they said that the house is worth what we're paying for it, which means we should basically be done. Probably tomorrow we're going to hear that the loan is approved. So it's very close. They were having trouble booking an appraiser, but it's sounding more and more like we're definitely going to be moving. We're very excited. We were watching some videos of Lake of the Ozarks, and it just looks like a lot of fun. I got to start saving up, man. I got to start saving up if we're going to have a boat. What's up, Baron? How's it going, Kyle? Hey, mister, how are you? This is Jonathan. What's up, Jonathan? It's, how do I say your name? Is it Lee Bay? What's up, Lee Bay? Baron says, congrats. I know, I'm so excited. I can't wait. Mister, the stream always starts and your mid-conversation never catches the start. Really? I wait for a few seconds to pass before I start talking, so you're saying it still catches me mid-conversation. That's annoying. Pokies Invest, phone not. Baron says, same thing for me. Oh, man. So happy for it. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I'm pretty happy too. What's up, Diego? Brian Nowak says, selling slabs for the boat fund now. Yeah, I could do that. I could sell some slabs for the boat fund. You know, I was talking about selling off some of my PSA collection because I'm really a lot more interested in the CGC. So what I ought to do is get some slabs together and start pricing them up. Brian Ochoa says, woo, boogie boat parties at Mister. That's right. How's it going, Edwin Acosta? How is it going? Cards and Crafts says, sup, everyone. Goblin's got the Bulbasip. Trent says, Mister, PSA has 10 million cards backlogged and grading around 23,000 cards a day. Wow, that's amazing, actually. That's crazy. You know, I was thinking about the future of card grading because I want to jump in that boat. Speaking of boats, I want to jump in there and get into card grading myself, and I have some thoughts about that. I feel that in the future, there'll be no more vintage cards to grade. It'll take a while because you see vintage cards, raw ungraded vintage cards all the time. It'll take a while, but there are still some, there's going to eventually be no more vintage cards to grade. And so I think that grading companies will want to put a greater focus on probably like cross grading, you know, like, oh, please regrade your card with us. You know what I mean? Benjamin says, no wonder they're giving out 10s. Trent says, I'll join your business grading. Hey, if you're serious, man, that's a serious issue. I actually have one guy, and he's talking about coming out to Lake of the Ozarks, actually moving out there, and working with me on starting a grading company. And, you know, we're talking about how it would work. Well, it would work kind of like this. We would get him set up with the workstation, and then he can just grade as many cards as he wants. He wouldn't be an hourly worker. He would just get the direct profit from however many cards he grades, however much work he does. And so it could end up being quite profitable. You know, if PSA is charging like $20, $25 a card, even at the lowest price, whatever it is they charge, even at the lowest price, if you could grade like 100 cards a day as a card grader, that's a lot of money a day. I mean, you could get, I know there's costs too, right? Like there's raw materials, there's depreciation on the machine, the sonic welder, there's the label. The label probably costs some money. Shipping is a big deal. Maybe insurance, security, and then taxes. Of course, you wouldn't make all that money as straight profit. You would pay taxes on it because that's what the government does. It taxes you. But you know, in the end, it's still be quite a bit of money. And who's to say you would only grade 100 cards a day? Maybe you'd grade 200. So yeah, there's we're looking into that. If you're real interested in possibly relocating and grading cards for a living, I'm real serious about getting into card grading. I think it would integrate extremely well with this channel because probably what I would do is we would offer maybe like live card grading or same day card grading. So like you could open packs off of this desk. So here's the plan. Like I need to move, I need to get a brick and mortar store. You know, it's probably not going to be anything nice, just the cheapest, smallest thing I can afford. Hook up with the distributor, get distributor prices. I don't know how that'll work. I don't know if it'll be much cheaper, but maybe it will. And then open up cards here on the live stream. I'll be the personality over here on the live stream. Eventually, I'd like to get another person to help me so I can take 2 days off a week and still offer this live stream 7 days a week. So I'd like another personality on this channel. And at the same time, same day card grading. So you pull a nice card, great. You can have it graded in the same day, competitively priced with places like CGC and PSA, and extremely high grading standards, very accurate grading standards. and with a really nice looking slab. So that's kind of like the whole thought process right now for where we're at and where I'd like to be. Mr. Butter says distributor prices are amazing, but they're always sold out. I just don't understand that. Why doesn't the distributor just increase the price then? Yeah, that's always really surprising to me. Alexio says it wouldn't be the same without Mr. Well, you know, we've thought about having maybe 2 days a week, and maybe the way it could work is it's somebody who doesn't talk. What if you guys had a silent stream? So it'd be like some nice music in the background, and you'll get the ASMR of the packs being opened. But the person opening the cards never talks. So that's a possibility. Maybe like a silent stream. But people might not like that. I don't know. Let me turn this music up, by the way. We got Skyrim playing. And yeah, so those are the things we're talking about. Legally, they can't raise the price, huh? A silent stream would be kind of boring, says JP. Possibly. Yeah, possibly. Well, you know, maybe it could be a silent stream where you guys are all in a Discord server and you're all talking in the voice channel together, so you guys could talk out loud to each other, and the person opening the cards doesn't do any talking. So something inventive, something new that people aren't trying. I always like trying new things. That's why I actually came over here and started doing live stream, box breaking, because I like trying new things, so I always like to experiment. Silent stream would go faster, maybe. And hey, maybe you wouldn't have to hear the host's political opinion on everything. We come for her personality in the cards. That's right. Mr. Graded Card Shop? Exactly. Brian Ochoa says, if there's no Pokepolitics, then I'm not interested, says Brian. Oh, I'm sorry, Brian. Okay, then we will get a very politically opinionated person. You come here primarily for your thoughts. That's a very interesting, well, I'm glad to hear that. You know, that was true on the TheCardconomist, too. A lot of people said they had multiple choices on who to watch with the TheCardconomist. They enjoyed hearing me talk about various subjects, sometimes subjects that other YouTubers won't want to touch because they're afraid it might divide their audience. Wii Music for the silent treatment. You should record loads of sound bites of you commenting and catchphrases to be used while you're away. Oh, that would be another big improvement to the live stream. Other than making this table like more beautiful, maybe like a wider view, a soundboard would be awesome so that I could like play some sound effects anytime something funny or amazing happens. That would be great. Mister, you make me feel good about pulling hollows. That's why I'm here. Really? Link for OnlyFans, please. Mister. All right, we're going to get the link to the OnlyFans. It's going to be nothing but pictures of Karis holding booster packs with their feet. You just never know what you're going to get coming out of Mister's mouth. Alex says, large going to sell out. Oh, right. So you guys probably know this from yesterday. The large, and I didn't, you know what I didn't do? I didn't set the number of spots, but I can tell you the number of spots will probably be over 40. We've got Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur in the large this time, and one guy will take all 3 of these home with him, and it'll probably be a fantastic part of his collection. So in the large custom boosters, you're going to be able to pull these 3 cards. Now here's the deal. We got to have enough spots to cover the actual cost of the slabs, the 40 plus PayPal fees. That won't be crazy expensive. I think that'll be like 20. It'll be more than 20 bucks. So maybe 1 spot for the PayPal fees, and then maybe like 1 or 2 spots so that there can be an additional slab pull, and maybe like some full art pulls as well. So it'll probably be, we'll find that out when I get off my lazy butt and calculate all that. Today I spent a lot of time hanging out with my wife and just laying around and watching TV and eating. Daniel says, ever thought about making a pre-grading app? A pre-grading app. You know, I don't really feel like a pre-grading app would work. No, I can see what you're saying. Yeah, that's interesting. You know, you want to know why that won't happen? Because if you have the technology to take a picture with the cell phone and grade a card very accurately, I feel that you would not want to give that away for free. That's kind of like what PSA does for a living, and they wouldn't want people to be able to do that themselves so easily. So it'd be like giving away the secret formula to Coca-Cola. You know, they wouldn't want to do that. And maybe somebody will make that app. That will be interesting if they do. Maybe it would be a competitor to PSA, but actual grading companies would prefer you have no clue how grading works. Keith says, what's up, mister? Could you check out my last 2 messages? Mr. Keith, what I remember is you want to do a trade for store credit on some booster boxes, and there's a few parts to it. I need to know the cheapest buy it now price of like that booster box or something. I need to do research on it. And typically I don't buy loose boxes from individuals, but maybe I will do that for you as like a gift. The other thing is you couldn't sell that to me anyways right now because I have to move, so I don't want anything shipped to me right now. So we definitely couldn't do anything until after May 3rd, maybe May 4th is when you would want to ask me again. So right now it's just not a good time for that kind of, I've had a few people offer me that. All right, let's go ahead and push these baggies back. I'm interested, yeah. I got to disassemble this table in a few days, guys. Can you believe? 6 more days and we're moving to an entirely new home and a totally new lifestyle, and it'll be really crazy. Mister, I got a Shining Rayquaza I ordered today. It's such a pretty card. Oh, nice, man. Yeah, you must have paid a lot for that then. Okay, let's jump over and see if people want to open up some Pokepacks tonight. We love opening up Pokepacks. All right, let's see. Mister, I got a Shining Rayquaza. Poke Day says, yo, we're 10 minutes in and we want to start opening up some Pokemon cards. Hey, maybe I'll open up a pack for myself. I like evolutions. Let's open a pack of evolutions. Ponyta. Oh, man. All right. Well, there's a mind sweep for you guys. Just one Ponyta. She's so pretty. Okay, I'll put that to the side. And this, to me, is just bulk. Okay. It does look like some people want to open up Pokemon cards. I can see that a number of orders are definitely coming through. We'll see if it's a busy night. We've got an order by Mr. William Valls. Let me make sure he's the first one tonight. Sometimes people order ahead of time. I believe he is. Hello, Mr. William Valls. William Valls says, 11 matchless, 2 vivid. I have a bag, and it's still in the box. Thanks a million. All right, 11 of them, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 packs here. You deserve a pity pack for that Evo. I know. That was a cold pull, man. I'm going to drop off my kids at the daycare and pick them up when they level up and evolve. What? That would be so easy. Just don't leave them with any dittos. All right. So we got 6 of those. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That would be so easy. We kind of already do that, don't we? A lot of people take their kids and they leave them with, you know, the kindergartens, and they leave them with the, what, you just said the name of them. What is it? Daycare? Yeah, daycare. So you leave your kids with daycare, then you leave your kids at kindergarten, then they're in middle school, then high school, then college. Yeah, somebody else raises your kids these days. It's really interesting when you think about it. All right, here goes. Now, wait a second. He also wanted 2 vivid? So we'll get you the 2 vivid after this. All right, and we'll go ahead and sneep this as well. Sneep. Look at those sneeps. I'll pay TCC to raise my future kids. I'll teach them how to think like an animal. I'll be like, you're in the jungle. This is the wilderness. Trust no one. Take no prisoners. They're going to brainwash my kids with the leftist views. No! All right, children, time to write an essay about white privilege. I want you to write down on the list all the ways you were privileged. All right, what do we got? Oh. Feminist English teacher. Cold. What do we got here? Oh, Dracovish. Y'all gonna get some spanks. Cold. Here's a Urshifu. Oops, Urshifu. What's a custom booster? Do I need a Discord for it? You do need to join our Discord server to buy cards live if you're interested in having some live openings. There's an instructions channel. If you check the description of the YouTube channel, right, if you check this description, you will find a link to our instructions in our Discord. So you'll be able to join the Discord and immediately read the instructions because they'll drop you off in the instructions. All right, 2 Vivid Voltage for our good friend, William Valls. William's been here every night. Wow, William. She needs some cupcakes. Sneep. Just trying to get a cupcake. Here's Weedle. And here's Alcremie. Oh, my lord. We got Alcremie. I bought on here before, question mark. It says LS Danny. Really? How's it going, LSD Danny? I'm going to teach my kids to only waste on Pokies. Okay. So that's kind of a tough round. Did he go pretty deep on that? William Vols went pretty deep on that. William, let's see what you got. Got caught talking to a minor, was exposed when he got caught trying to meet up with the decoy. He had over 2 million subs. Jesus. Oh, look at that. Holy moly. He pulled the golden Snorlax. Wow. Now, wait a second. Somebody remind me. Nogla didn't say later he wanted the Snorlax, did he? I don't actually remember. I'm just putting this into William Vols' bag. I don't actually remember. He did, since Anthony. Oh, okay. I actually forgot about that. Oh, no. We're going to have to take this back from Williams. Nogla mentioned he wanted this, and I forgot to remove it. Oh, I'm so sorry, William. Tell you what, William. Let's give William a nice thing out of the box. So there's a Charmander. That's actually already pretty good. Here's a Reshiram. And here's a Raichu. Okay, so we're going to replace the Snorlax. Nogla did request this. I remember you guys saying something about that. Let me grab one of these. I do remember that. So sorry, William. I don't know if William's watching right now, but Nogla requested this, and I forgot to remove it later. I'll just write Nogla down here, and I'll get this shipped out to him later. All right, William Vols, that was a mistake on my end, but I should have already removed it. But don't worry, we took care of you. Check it out. You're walking away with actually a highly collectible reverse holo Charmander from Evolutions, an amazing rare Reshiram, and Raichu GX. Okay, so the three of these together are probably worth about as much as that Snorlax. So it's not bad, okay? You're still getting a decent pity pull. And of course, really, you ought to be thanking William, because if it wasn't for him, you would have just gotten your actual pulls. You would not get any pity pulls at all. So the whole pity pull box was a donation by Nogla. So you would have really just had these two packs right here. But now you walk away with this, all thanks to Nogla. So we really got to thank him for that. Let's go ahead and toss you in here. And William Vols, you got to go in the overflow now. Your bag's so large, man. You got a huge bag. So Mr. William, of course, if you know, if you didn't know, you can get $2 live shipping on a large bag like this. So feel free to order live shipping. Okay, next up we got Mr. Alex PSX. What's up? Alex says 1 live custom and 1 spot in the large. You got it, Alex. Mr. Alex. So Alex, tonight we've got a pack of Tag Team. It's the very first pack in the live custom booster. And you also wanted a large. Right. So this is the large. I suspect the large is going to be pretty popular tonight. Mister, if you did card grading, would you do 0.5 subgrades? Or 0.5 grades or just full grades? That is a great question. I'm not a fan of half grades. I think they're very annoying to look at. There we go, Alex. Of course, this is going to be the hot pull, right, Alex? That's how it's going to work. Oops, if you're lucky. Let's see what you got in your bag. I think you forgot the Vivid Packs. No, we didn't forget the Vivid Packs. Unfortunately, he did not pull anything from the Vivid Packs. Toss that away. And, oh, nice. That's a hot pack. You got Mewtwo Mew. There's a Raikou Holo as well. Very good. Okay, that's a nice one. Mewtwo Mew is probably one of the best GXs in the Tag Team booster packs. Unless you were to pull it like Golden, right? Obviously, that would be better. And that was for Mr. Alex. Mr. Alex, you got a very fat bag right here. Alex, you could ask for live shipping for $2 anytime you want. At some point, your bag's going to be too large. We're going to have to move it off the table. All right. Sweet. And that's the end of the stream. It was a nice stream. I had fun. I hope you guys had fun too. See you later. No, I'm just kidding. Zarat says, did I ask? What are you going on about? Let's see. I don't know what's going on. Mister, if you did card grading... Oh, I already answered that question. Snorlax says, okay, bye, Felicia. So, let's see. Oh, I can see here that we're going to have a few more orders. Trent says, so just like PSA. Yeah, we might... What I'm thinking is we might have... I know this sounds silly, but we might have 3 10s. So what we might do is we might have a Gem Mint, GM. We might have a Pristine 10 for cards that are just shy of Flawless, and a Perfect 10. So we might have Gem Mint, Pristine, and Perfect 10. And the Gem Mint 10 will be equivalent to a PSA 10, since there's a lot of PSA 10s out there. The Pristine 10 is what I actually consider a 10. Pristine 10 means that there's barely a flaw. And Perfect 10 is sort of this like a perfect card, which almost rarely happens because most things are flawed. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking. And then of course there will be the typical 1 through 9 behind it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So all the grades that everyone's trying to avoid. So anyways, that's one of the things I was thinking about. Not a fan of half grades. By CGC 9.5. Well, yeah, I think that the 9.5, you have to get over the image of the 9.5. So 9.5 is a number, and psychologically, you have to let go of that and just see the words Gem Mint. Because what you want to do is see it as a 10. But I finally understand 9.5 and 10 are equivalent, and neither of those numbers mean anything. They're abstract ideas. A 10, that's an abstract idea in this case. It's not like we're counting anything in particular on the card. The card actually has flaws. So we would probably have a Gem Mint 10, and it would be extremely good. It would probably be a higher standard than a PSA 10. And then, for example, the off-centering, I don't agree with their off-centering standard for the front of a card. It's absolutely ridiculous that you can have an off-center card that grades Gem Mint 10. And then we would probably have a Pristine 10. And the Pristine 10 will be an actual 10, like a card that is so nearly not flawless that it looks like immaculate. And then the Perfect 10, which almost never will occur, right? So anyways, those are my thoughts on that subject. I could change, though. We haven't actually reached a point where we're grading cards yet, so I'll probably do a long analysis. What about doing grading out of 100? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that'll catch on. I think the truth is people get addicted because of their OCD or because of just psychological tendencies we all share. People get addicted to the idea of a 10, but there is an actual, you're right, there's an actual gradable scale. So you could do 1 out of 100, 2 out of 100, and then just slide between that number. So you could get like a 97 on a card, a 94 on a card, a 92, right? And that might be a finer way to distinguish one card from another. My card's a 92, yours is a 94. Yours should be more expensive because it's like 2 points higher, right? For me, that is too nitpicky, and people just want to be able to look at a card and say, ah, look at this, I have a nice 10. But you don't have a 10, do you? You have a 94, you know what I mean? So it's an interesting subject, something I'll think a lot about, but it's something to think about when we actually have the slabs and we have the labels ready to go and we're just ready to start grading. So it'll be a very important subject. I sent you 4 packs, but I sent it twice. First was in cents form. Sounds good, mister. So, Zachary Hickman says, hey, mister, could you help me pull a Shiny Alolan and Ninetales from 2 Hidden Fates packs? 2 Hidden Fates? Oh my gosh, mister. He's going crazy. It's Jason Bourne. Okay, so Zachary Hickman, you ready? Do 9.1, 9.2, 9.3. Yeah, I don't really want to do that, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, but fortunately. I don't like partial grades. I don't. They're kind of annoying. Okay, we've got Coughing. Look at that Coughing. And Zapdos Eevee. Oof. Sorry, mister. No luck. The Zapdos and the Eevee are nice, though. You might be able to pull something nice out of them. Or you might be able to get a nice grade on maybe like the Eevee, for example. And you'd be surprised. Somebody might actually buy a graded holo Eevee. So that's for Zachary Hickman. Better luck next time. Mr. Zachary, those, you got to be careful with those Hidden Fates packs. They're pricey and they're dangerous. They're pricey and they're dangerous. Next up, we got Jeremy Helmstadter. 3 live custom boosters and 1 Hidden Fates. All right, we'll start with your 3 live custom boosters. Pack number 1. Pack number 2. Pack number 3. Oof, that is a cold round of live customs. Let's see what you get out of your Hidden Fates. Maybe you pull a Charizard and it's all fine. You wouldn't care, right? If you pulled a Charizard, you'd be like, I don't care if my live customs were cold. I got the Charizard. Mister, I'm firing cheese. You're what? You can't fire cheese. He'll melt. You missed the Shining Legends. We do have some Shining Legends back here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to hold on to them for after May 3rd. I want to be able to offer a lot more of everything again, but I don't know. I don't know. I'll keep thinking about it, man. It's got to be after May 3rd. It's got to be after May 3rd. I don't want to sell something that I couldn't restock or, you know what I mean? Here we go, Sneep. Maybe I would. It's so pricey, though. Me, a Master Ball now. Bro, you got a Master Ball? Oh my gosh. That's like pretty masterful. Hey, you've been around for a while, Red Flare. Red Flare, don't you think you deserve to be in the giveaway channel? I feel like he definitely deserves it. Red Flare, you've been around for like way more than 6 months, right? Tell you what, Mr. Red Flare, just send me a message on Discord and I'll hand out that roll to you. Because you've been around a really long time. You could have asked earlier, actually. You could have asked much earlier. Now, wait a second. Anthony Helmstetter, we're going to have to get you a pity poll. It looks like you get Shining Legends Raichu. I'll get you one more, okay? Holographic Magnemite. I think I added that to the box. So you get a holographic... Did I add it to the box? I'm pretty sure I did. So that's for Jeremy Helmstetter. Jeremy. Good evening. How's it going, man? Going to be surprised by my order. I'm going to be surprised by it. What are you ordering? 2 Pikachus? I pulled a golden shiny electrode from a jet black. Oh, nice. Golden shiny electrode? What are you talking about, man? Does anyone get hyped for electrode? I like electrode. I'm actually a fan of electrode. So is CGC grading available since description says coming soon? It is available, but I have not chosen a price for it yet, okay? Anthony H. says... 1 Unified Minds. Okay, 1 Unified. 1 Vivid. Okay, 1 Vivid. 2 Matchless Fighters. Okay, 2 Matchless. All right, let's get it. Let's open it. Do-do-do-do-do. Scooba-dooby-doo. So what's happening in the news tonight, guys? Is anything interesting happening, or is it all boring stuff? Is it all blah, 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 blah? I hate it. Till he self-destructs. Not shiny, gonna go explode now. That's true, we could get shiny electrode. Here's Galarian Stunfisk. I only care about Pokemons. Axew. Oops. Biden is building the wall? What? You mean like the border wall? No way. The Battle of Josh's, mister. I seen India's getting hit hard by COVID. Oh, man, that's terrible. I hate to hear that. Lots of talk about capital gains tax doubling to 40% this week. 40%, man. Jesus. All right, let me go ahead and toss these over here. I don't know how to feel about that. 40%. The government gets 40% of what you earn. Oh, man. Everyone's going to be like, well, they're rich. They deserve it. Anthony H. That's right. Freaking rich people. I hate them. I hate them. Arneth, Alex, Awesome, Alejandro, Adnan, Alberto, Augustin, Addie. I hate rich people. Caitlin, you running for... Caitlin Young. I think Caitlin Young is running for mayor. Mr. Anthony H. I'm looking for your bag right now. Amanda Austin. Austin. Talk about the Oscars. What happened in the Oscars? I don't know anything about the Oscars. That's like where famous celebrity TV show people like meet up and have like a kind of like a circle jerk, right? Something like that. More than 400,000 cases in a day. Whoa. Oh, man, that's bad. Dude, that's crazy. Mr. Biden looks like a hologram. Oscar super woke. What's super woke? Is that like woke squared? Bradley Sheely says 2 live custom boosters. You got it, Mr. Bradley. I've been a murder mystery binging. I needed a break from the Jonestown massacre, so thank you. No problem. The Oscars were boring. Mister, have you gotten the vaccine? Oh, yeah, I've gotten all 3 of them. That way I'm super vaccinated. 2 Fossil and... Boop, is Pee-Pee Chew. All right. 2 fossil spots, mister, for the price of 1, basically. Now, do we already have a fossil bag? I feel like we would have, but it feels like we do not. So I think you are the first one to order 2 packs of fossil. 1.3 billion population. What you expecting, mister? Damn. Rich people giving rich people awards. Wait, I want to be one of the beautiful people. Mr. Super Saiyan vaccinated. That's right. I heard if you get all 3 of the vaccines, you can actually see COVID with your own eyes. You don't need a microscope anymore. You have, like, supervision. Bradley. Sheely. I had to fake my identity to do it. There we go. Collect vaccines like Infinity Stones. Hello, mister. I come for the Pokies, but stay for the next level quality discussions. Can confirm supervision. All right. After Bradley, we have our friend Anthony Roberts, who says, hey, mister, 1 large. All right, jumping in the large, huh? You think you're going to pull all those sexy Charizards for yourself. Oh, I got to give that Pikachu away, don't I? Got to give him to the right guy. So let's take care of Anthony Roberts. Vaccine cards, the next trophy cards. Oh, my God. Bradley. Sheely. I didn't do that right. That's supposed to be for Anthony Roberts. I'm going crazy. Anthony Roberts. Anthony Roberts. There we go. Me after fighting CGC submission form for hours. My name is Reek. Bro, actually, I finished the submission, but I wasn't able to print out the packing slip. So I don't really know what to do about that. If there's a way to obtain the packing slip again, it's kind of a big deal. I really like it to have the packing slip, and I don't know how to look it up. So this is Anthony Roberts. No, this is Bradley Sheely. There we go. See, my brain's all over the place right now. Gonna get my vaccine card graded. That's definitely got to be made into a title. Grading my vaccine card, PSA 10. Because PSA hands out 10s willy-nilly. Oh my God. Claude, Bradley, Poland, Brian Nowak. Now, Mr. Bradley, are you up top or something, Bradley? Bradley Sheely. Bryce Brown is up top. Cheese is up top. Gotcha. Here you are. That's happened to a few people in the print slip issue has been mentioned on the CGC forums. The only resolution so far is to find it in your email. Oh, good idea. Mister, what is stopping people from doing a submission form for, let's say, 50 cards and then just adding in others? They'll still get logged in grading, right? What? I have no idea. And you got second wave of COVID, all because of government being careless. Order going to be huge, mister. Gonna day or 2. What? Let's see what you mean by that, mister. Brian Locke says massive. I think COVID was natural selection created by man. Yeah, there's all kinds of conspiracy floating around about COVID potentially being on purpose. Here's the most believable thing, in my opinion. If it wasn't just somebody eating bat soup who suddenly got COVID, the most believable thing would be there was an actual COVID virus lab in Wuhan. I think there were 2 of them, and they were researching COVID. And it wouldn't be so hard to believe that they accidentally had it escape from their lab because they lacked safety procedures, or they didn't have it strict enough, or just, human error. And then maybe China figured out that, COVID's running around, and they're like, well, don't tell anyone, because maybe they thought they could control it, or maybe they did a cold calculation and said, wait a second, maybe this could be beneficial for us, So who knows? So that's the closest I'll come to conspiracy. I'm not saying I believe it, but I'm saying that's actually probably possible. If a virus like that exists, it came from somewhere. So it's either some guy got it from a bat because he's eating bat soup, or maybe they actually were working on it. Maybe they were trying to find a cure for it in a lab already. And it actually spilled out. That's actually not that hard to believe. Mister, that's racist. All right, let's do this next. I love all viruses the same. I am virus blind. Next up, we got Dustin Day. Dustin says, hello, mister. I'll take 1 large custom and 2 unified mines. 2 unifieds. Oh, my lord. Lordy, lordy, lord. Isn't that the plot to Resident Evil? Well, maybe the reason Resident Evil has such a compelling story is because people go, wow, that could actually happen. You know what I mean? Dustin Day. They released it as a bioweapon. I don't believe anything else. Large gonna sell out. Pog! So there's Mr. Dustin. 2 Woonifieds. I would never discriminate against viruses. I love all viruses the same. When I go to the grocery store, I don't even use those little fancy wipes to clean my cart. I just touch the cart with my bare hands. Have you ever researched Chernobyl? You know, very casually, yes, I have. After we watched the HBO Max Chernobyl series, it was very fascinating. The funny thing is, I had heard about it before because I'd heard about how there was a nuclear disaster that ended the Soviet Union. So I knew that much. But after we watched the TV show, it actually became really fascinating. And, you know, we ended up around the same time that we discovered all that. My wife and I were watching something called like Nuclear Homefront or something like that. And it's a St. Louis documentary about how the Manhattan Project was actually kind of hosted near us. Was it actually in St. Louis? I can't remember. And then we had a bunch of nuclear waste dumped in a waste, what do they call that? A landfill out here in Earth City. I live like 15 minutes from Earth City. So because we're so close to it, we were watching this documentary. It was horrible. Sherry Noble, that's right. It's Sherry Noble. So yeah, we were learning about Chernobyl. We were learning about the nuclear waste out here in the St. Louis region, and they didn't tell anyone. They didn't tell anyone. That's what the documentary was about. So I live out here in the St. Louis, St. Charles region, and we've got this little neighborhood that is just around the landfill where they had all this nuclear waste. And this little neighborhood, people have an unusually high rate of cancer. People were self-identifying, hey, I had cancer, and they were doing a survey and they found out, wow, the people in this area get cancer a lot. They can't figure out why. It is literally a neighborhood that wraps around that landfill, it's like literally right on top of it. And it's a landfill full of nuclear radiation, and that was kept a secret. It was kept a secret from them. The people who built the houses didn't know because it was part of the Manhattan Project, which for those of you who are listening who don't know what the Manhattan Project was, it was the United States trying to develop a nuclear bomb during World War II. So they dumped all that nuclear waste, and they didn't do a very good job of it. They didn't design it very well, and there were even some areas in northern St. Louis where they just kind of I think they were dumping it in the water or something like that, right? It was horrible, man. So anyways, the reason that became a big issue is because the landfill where this nuclear waste was dumped is having an underground fire. So it's on fire underground and it's burning right toward that nuclear waste. And it was becoming a really dramatic, very serious issue. And they were trying to pressure the United States government into having to dig up the nuclear waste and get rid of it, completely remove it. So it was really interesting. Professor Mistel, yeah, you guys should watch that. I can't remember what the name of it was. It was like Nuclear Homefront or something like that. I don't remember the name of the documentary. It was a really good documentary. And it's not the only place where this happened. Nuclear waste was dumped in various places in the United States. So you could actually be living next to this. Mister, do you think the nuclear family should be abolished? The Black Lives Matter movement does. That's what they said on their website for a long time, and they finally removed it, but only after a while. And I think they removed it because they realized how unpopular it was. But it shows you what the leadership of that movement are all about. It's not just a racial movement. It's a communist movement. All right, Mr. Dustin, let's find your bag. Self-proclaimed communists run that movement, and they say one of our efforts is to get rid of the nuclear family. They actually said that openly on their website. And when there was enough attention brought to that, they sneakily removed it from the website. Dustin. That's right, because having a mom and a dad and children is terrible. That would be systemically evil. Where's Dustin? Yeah, when I heard about that, I was not terribly pleased when I heard about that. I was kind of unhappy, let's say. What is the nuclear family? It's a mom and a dad and kids living together. All right, here we go. Unidentified fossil. I love how people trust our government, but you ever learn about history, literally every single government in history has been corrupt. Why would ours be any different? Yeah, you know, that's actually true. People in power end up taking advantage of the people who aren't in power. That's how it always goes. It's like, why wouldn't you? You've got the ability to. Next up, we have Daniel Lascano, 5 matchless and live shipping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sweet. Was it called Nuclear Homefront? My wife would remember the name of it. When my wife watched that show, she was scared to death. She's like, we're moving out of St. Louis. And for a while, a lot of my friends who live in this area were actually talking about emergency plans they had if that underground fire actually reached the nuclear waste in that landfill. Because if it did, what would happen is basically nuclear waste would spill into the air, if you guys didn't know that. So if that fire reached the nuclear waste underground from the landfill, it would spill out into the air. And there were local schools, and this is how it was found out, by the way, guys. There were local schools that were sending out emails to the parents of that school saying they have a nuclear plan for if the fire reaches the nuclear waste. And that was part of what triggered it all. That's what everyone started figuring it out. They're like, what? What are you talking about? They're like, yeah, we're going to lock the school down and cover the windows and cover the air units. It's like, what? So there's schools located right next to this nuclear waste dump site. And it was a really big deal for a while. And but the government agreed to scoop out all the waste, and it was going to cost some colossal amount of money to do this. So that was pretty wild. Mister, I got one for you. How come we always talk about history and not her story? Is systemic sexism? I knew it. All right, Daniel Lascano, that's a cold round, unfortunately. I don't understand how billionaires go bankrupt. Why invest more than half your money? It's not like someone can spend $1 billion in a lifetime. Colossal, that's right. Let's find your bag, Mr. Daniel. Let's see what you have in your bag. Mr. Daniel. Dennis, Francis, Daniel Coronado, Dan Newman, Fergie's Cave, Devin, Daniel Lascano. Now, Daniel, I'm looking into your bag, and I think you've only had one hit in your bag. So that makes me kind of sad. So let's grab you a pity pull as well before you go. Maybe you'll get really lucky. Well, that's actually not too bad. That's Shining Legends Entei GX. And this actually would be pretty expensive to pull these days. So I would get that card graded up. All right, so congratulations on that. Split this in half. Billionaire Lives Matter. That's right, BLM. Billionaire Lives Matter. You guys are too much. Give me $1 billion and watch me turn a mansion into a Pokemon museum. Mr. is perpetuating oppression by keeping all the Pokies to himself. I work in construction and have already seen a few attempts at rebranding vocab manholes are supposed to be called person holes? Person holes. Bro, who built the manholes? Not women. Women do not generally go into manholes. Men do. Men do all the sewage work. Women don't climb into sewers. That's like distinctly a man job. If we didn't have men, I don't think we would have sewage yet. I don't think the girls would have done it. They'd have been like, ew, I don't want to go down there. Call it a man. Jesus Christ, dude, that's crazy. We're going to call this a person hole. All right, well, you go down it, person. Jesus. You ever notice that? Like, when you learn about the dirtiest jobs in society, the worst jobs that really keep the society functioning, by the way, could you imagine our society today without a working sewage system? Try for 1 second to imagine what that would be like. Like the big skyscrapers full of apartments and condos in New York, imagine for 1 second the sewage system stopped. Even for 1 day, the metric tons of shit that would be flowing everywhere would blow your minds. And it's not women putting on hard hats and making the sewage system work. They don't do that job. And I'm not hating on women here. I'm just saying that's distinctly a guy job. Okay, guys do that job. Almost, it's some staggering amount. It's like 98% men. And it's like, we don't give men any credit for that. Thank you, men, for scooping all of my poop away. Because if you didn't do that, life would suck. And let it be called a manhole. Who cares? That is a person hole. Why are you trying to politicize manholes? You want to go down a manhole? Go down a manhole then. Oh my Lord. 1 day where the men didn't run the sewage water treatment one day where they didn't go down the manholes anymore, the whole society would become terrible to live in, like in a day. Now just imagine it 1 year where the men aren't treating the sewage anymore. 1 year of that. It would be like unlivable at that point. All right, let's see. You heard waifus work construction. Wow, I want to get a construction job now. Now we have a large order from Mr. Alex PSX. He says 7 shiny star. Ooh. We got 1, 2, 3. Mister, do you plan on buying newer Dragon Ball Super cards? I would buy them up like the newer sets. Yeah, we can do that. We'll have to do that after I move, though, okay? We'll have to do that after we move. So let me go ahead and get some Shining Face. If men are doing a very necessary and very nasty job that women don't want to do or can't do, you're not supposed to turn it into a political statement. You're just supposed to say, thank you guys for taking the shit out. And that's it. You know, you shake hands and you go, yes, this is a manhole where men go down. They go down. Shiny star. Okay, I'm sorry, I've got the wrong ones. Well, here, I'm already opening this. Let me go ahead and finish opening it. Mister, that's a big order. You want shiny star? Mister, I want my PSA cards back from my book sub in September. Bro, you got like 12 more months to wait at least. PSA told me 12 more months. Yeah, I don't understand. There's like a war on the male gender or something. It feels like it, like a cultural war. I'm not talking about a literal war, obviously. Okay, I got an open box here. There's 7 packs in it. This is a person hole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go, 7. Sweet. They went from race war to gender war. Well, I think that both of those have been ongoing for a long time. But I mean, seriously, I feel that trying to get rid of the idea of the distinctions between between gender, there we go. The distinctions between genders is not actually very nice to either gender. You know what I mean? Boop. And I feel like, I don't know. It's a very controversial subject, and you could say so much. It just depends on what particular thing you're talking about in that subject. You know what I mean? They are in research and ID, mister. How much longer to wait? At least another 12. Gender, I barely know her. Oh, man. There's Moltres. So you're starting out with this cute guy. Now you're going to have an Eternatus. If people couldn't find something to complain about, there would be anarchy, because no one would know what to do with their time. Hey, maybe you're right, George Brown. Have you guys ever considered all of the cultural wars we're undergoing is actually a side effect of prosperity? Maybe we're so prosperous we have nothing to do but split hairs at this point. You know what I mean? Maybe we're just splitting hairs. Mr. Quick, don't get canceled. Run! I'm running away from the cancel. Here's Urshifu. Mister, can I get it? Oh, yeah. Here's Stonk Journer. All right, Stonk, Stonk, Stonk. Toxtricity and Reshiram. Reshiram. Here's Reshiram. Yeah, you know, the more prosperous we get, the more you can basically do whatever you want, and the fewer consequences there are. And we could just become even crazier in the future. Who knows? People are so sensitive now, like I'm black, and if I hear people saying the N-word, I don't care because it's whatever, but now everyone wants to be oppressed. Mister, I'm oppressed. Reshiram, I barely know her. I'm oppressed because I didn't pull Charizard. What's with these guys and their Charizard privilege? I think the guys with Charizard privilege should be forced to cut the card in half and split it with all of us. Here's, this guy, whatever his name is, it's something with a C, right? Like Kalik or something. Caleb. You're pokey-pressed. You're pokey-oppressed. How's it going, Mr. Yorman Goody? Gooity? Eat the pokey rich. Exactly. Good times create. Oh man, I'm so tired of hearing that. But you know, it's a fascinating subject because when you look at Rome, Rome was really built up. They had an upper class. They had some wealth, right? Like they're building Colosseum. They're watching people stab each other for fun, right? They were eating grapes like Bacchus and wine, and it all comes crumbling down because of various problems. By the way, did you guys know one of the contributors to the fall of Rome was the weakening of their currency? Back then, nobody knew how inflation worked. It was a brand new thing for them. And they had the Roman coin, which was a golden coin. And what they started to do was they're like, well, why don't we just print more of the golden coins? So they started diluting the amount of gold in the coin. And this actually caused inflation for the Roman Empire. It caused a lot of problems. So inflation was an issue back then, and they were one of the earliest civilizations to really experience it and have it play a significant impact on the collapse of their empire. And actually, all of the major empires eventually collapse once they experience what? Overspending. Like, it literally happens to all of the major empires in the world. They all overspend. Alex, PSX. Well, now, Alex, we're going to have to get you a second bag. You got so much cards, man. So no Charizard in there, huh? Man, where's those Charizards? Mister, they expanded too much, too. Yeah, that was a part of the complex issue. There was the issue, they had a lot of immigration, and there was not a lot of unity between the immigrants within the country. So actually, it was like the pre-German, the Gauls or something like that. They were the pre-German people. And they were part of the Roman Empire, but they were treated badly, and they wanted more land, and they didn't like the Romans didn't like them. Also, another part of the collapse of Rome was their religion. They used to be this Roman Greek panthology, and then they swapped over to Christianity, but they also had Judaism, and so all of a sudden people were fractured religiously. So they don't all worship the same tree anymore. And it turns out when everyone worships the same tree, you have some sort of religious cohesion in your society. But when everyone worships their own tree, nobody's willing to do anything for each other anymore. So that became a problem. They had inflation was a problem. All they cared about was like really weird stuff. You had like some emperor started cutting their junk off, and they had a lot of hedonism, and they lost basically, funny enough, they lost a lot of their conservative values. The early Roman Empire was very conservative, if you guys didn't know this, and that's how they ended up taking control of their society. So it wasn't originally Roman. There was the, what were they called, like Euphrates or something like that? They were a different society that was in power before the Romans, and the Romans were actually like a conservative group that had really specific beliefs about what women should do, what men should do, how you should live, and they took power because their ideas were working for them at that time. And it was the previous civilization that they learned engineering, they learned how to build roads, they learned how to build big fancy buildings. You know, they got buildings today from those periods that are still around. It's actually remarkable. They're crumbling, but they're still there. It's really remarkable that they've lasted that long. So Zachary Hickman says, hey, Mister, let's just try it. He says 3 live custom boosters. Oh, man. Yeah, another problem for them was they split between, wasn't it the West and the East? So the Roman Empire, they had 2 people who wanted to be in power, and they were competing for political power, and they split into 2 Roman empires, and that was basically like the end of it for them, because once they split, they would no longer take care of the other side of the empire. So if you had a problem on one side, the other side was going to ignore it. So that was a huge problem for them. That was basically the beginning of the end when they split. And it's kind of interesting because the lack of political unity for them was a killing blow, in my opinion. They had all these other problems, but I think they could have gone through it. But splitting in half was what killed them. All right, Mr. Zachary, those were cold as heck. Those were cold as heck. He says he also wants those hidden face. He says those hidden face were a bit rough. I have a bag. Oh, Zachary, you can't trust the live custom boosters because you never know how deep the next pull is. We got Slow King. I'll give you 2 hits just because I'm so nice. And Zigzagoon. All right. Just because. You guys are having to listen to me talk about all this stuff. Yeah, if you guys ever go study the fall of Rome, it's a really interesting thing. Everybody says, oh, America will be the next Rome. America will be the next Rome. Mister, what if Germany won World War II? Maybe we'd be speaking German. I don't know. Maybe it'd be really terrible. Who knows? Mark DeCambra says, First time buying, I'd like one large custom booster. Nice to meet you, mister. Welcome to the channel. I'll pop you into the large. And I'll say new bag on your card. So Mark. Mark the Canberra. And we're going to say new bag. If Germany had won, I would say things would probably be all white. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, they were pretty racist. They were not very friendly. Next up, we got Daniel Coronado. Hello, mister. May I get one shiny star? One shiny star. Oh, no, man. One XY Evolutions. Here's the XY Evos. And one Hidden Fates. One Hidden Fates. All right. Look at those sexy cards. Do. Sneak. Watch Man in the High Castle. What about Man in the Low Castle? They're trying to snipe. Snipe! Let's see what you get. Why? I mean, the only way to avoid a snipe is to buy all 10 packs. So if you buy 7 of the packs, you're also trying to snipe it away. It's Toxtricity, and you got the Pikachu code card. Alex, you should have asked. I'd have just given you the last 3 packs for free, man. Oh, good. You picked up Jesse and James. I saw that reverse hollow fighter energy, and I was like, he's fricked. But actually, the backup slot gave you a full art, so you are safe. And here's your Evolutions pack. Oh, look at that. Mega Pidgey, not Mega Pidgeot, Pidgeot full art. So you got some very hot packs tonight. What's up, Johnny P? How's it going, man? Okay, there's Misty. Ponyta, Dodo, Stardew, Charmander. Okay, the rest of that's going to be bulked off. Listen to that music, man. I just want to join whatever society is making that music. Man, Skyrim, what an amazing game. Makes you want to be a Viking, you know? Something out of Game of Thrones or something. I don't know how to explain it. All right, there we go. Time to refresh. How is it already an hour later? Can you guys believe how much time has passed already? God damn. The time is flying. Slay some dragons. I know, it makes you want to slay some dragons. Isn't it interesting how we all kind of have this concept of like fantasy, MMORPG, whatever, you know, like Middle Earth and all that. We all have that concept, but we don't live in it. So strange. Must be really symbolic stuff that we intuitively understand or represents other things, you know? Because I guess lizards and snakes and all that, they were always dangerous to humans. Last season was so bad. Oh, yeah. Last season of Game of Thrones, all the guys had their nuts cut off, either literally or figuratively. Yeah, it was really bad. Skyrim is top 2 favorite games of all time. It's a really fun game. Very impactful, I would say. So, where were we? We had Zachary Hickman, who just had a really tough round. Then Mark DeCambra, First Order. Daniel Coronado, who did a Shiny Star, an XY Evo, and a Hidden Fates. Chris Haynes, who says, hello, mister, can I please get 9 matchless? And I would also like live shipping before the move. But you can wait until after the stream. What? What are you talking about? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, these are really popular. I'm playing Assassin's Creed Origins for the first time, and it's pretty captivating. Sneep. 40% capital gains tax, man. I don't know how to feel about that. I feel like if America ever raises its taxes high enough, I am so on my way to Europe. I'm headed right over either to the UK or Germany or Austria or maybe Hungary. Who knows? Hungary, I hear, is a lot poorer, but I mean, I'll give it anything a try. But I mean, like, one of the main things keeping me in the U.S. is low taxes. And the minute the low taxes end, I don't think I'd stay for much else. Although, we're moving to Lake of the Ozarks, and I really like Lake of the Ozarks, so maybe that'll keep me there. I don't know. Maybe I'll get a second home somewhere. A castle in Scotland. Oh my gosh. That would be so wild. course, you couldn't afford a castle in Scotland. Really, I'm referring to a tiny home in Scotland. Pex N is. I can't say it. That's a complicated word, Mr. Barron. They're doing the House of Dragon prequel show. We'll see how that goes. I'm sure they'll have a lot. Oh, what do we have here? Roadrunner Zapdos alternative art. That is for Chris Haynes. Chris, you're the lucky man. Pulling the hottest card out of the box. And if we're lucky, there's another hot pack in the box. A hyper rare. Congratulations, Chris. You guys want to see it up close? Here it is. He's going meep beep. And that wolf character is trying to drop a TNT on his head. Move to the UK and drink some tea and biscuits. Hell yeah, tea and biscuits. Yeah, I really feel like I feel like I would probably, the place I would most likely move is the UK. I feel like I relate to the UK a lot. If I had to live in another country. So Chris Haynes with the C, huh? Now he said live shipping. Let me grab you that bulk back. I would like live shipping before the move. Now, Chris, the question I have is, do you already have a bag? For Brian, Claude. When you guys order live shipping, it's really useful to know if you've already got a bag. Garcia, Christopher Rauchi, Colton, Chris Garcia, Gutierrez, Chris Haynes. Here we are. Found you. UK is good. Scotland would be a very nice country to live in. Scotland, unfortunately, is quite cold. That's the downside. I do like the cold, but I like to have at least some warm weather. They do have a summertime that can get warm, but actually it could also be a cold summer. So you could have like a year-long cold season. And I find that a little disappointing. I would hope to have at least some warm weather at some point. And that's one of the main things that would hold me back from going to Scotland. So maybe somewhere further south in the UK. But I really like Scotland. It's very cool. Have you guys ever seen like the Scottish what do they call those? They're wildlife areas with the hills and the mountains. Really, really nice. They're called something. It's hard to get status in the UK, says Danny C. I've heard of that, Danny. I think you have to prove. I hear that you have to prove that you have ancestry would help, and actually I do have ancestry. I hear that you have to prove that you can take care of yourself, that you have enough money to move, that you have a certain level of education. Both me and my wife are educated, so I feel like we would probably be able to get in there. You have to prove that you're not going to replace a worker. Well, guess what? I would be bringing my channel with me. So I don't think I'd be replacing anyone. I would just be bringing a U.S. job over to the UK. It's not like I would open up a new British channel, right? So I think that my odds would actually be not too bad. Let's see. Zachary Hickman is next. He says, hey, Mr. Sorry for so much. One large custom booster. No problem, man. No problem. Zachary Hickman. Have no fear, Zachary. This will be the hottest card in the box. Just be a fighting age refugee. They'll pay you to come. Oh my God. Hearing a little cynicism in your voice. A little anger, a little frustration. Fighting age. Just be an angry young man and they will pay you to come. I will say, no, I need help. And then I will get all the free stuff. Yeah, I don't know. We definitely have like a savior complex. First world countries do. You think I feel like it's almost arrogance. I feel like there's a little bit of arrogance to it. Like, oh, we need to save them. You know what I mean? Like, who would we be if we didn't save everyone? You know, and that's great if you're living in a first world country and you're already wealthy to have that point of view. But within that country already are homeless people, are poor people who need a hand from the government, who need help. And I feel like governments have an obligation to help their own people first. But then if you say something like that, now you're an evil racist. I don't know. It's a strange time. It's a strange time. I feel like it's all part of like an internal struggle amongst people. Eric Guzman says 2 live boosters and 1 large booster. Holy, the guilt of being privileged. That's right. Well, and that's funny because I think some people actually are privileged. I think it's wealth privilege. Nothing else matters. Like, don't look at race, don't look at sex, don't look at any of the other things. One thing matters, and it's the amount of money you have. Some people have more money, and it makes life easier for them. Here's a great example. You're driving a car. When you're rich, you can buy the car off the lot. You can actually skip paying for insurance if you have enough money. You can self-insure your own car, but you have to have a certain amount of money in order to pay for someone else's car if you wreck it. So the government will allow you to self-insure. That means you pay zero profits to a insurance company. You just pay for your own insurance with your own saved up cash. And you just buy a reasonably priced car. You have no car problems, and you drive around with no car problems. Well, when you're poor, you're forced to buy a junker, and then you're just playing a gambling game that the junker will get you from point A to point B for a certain number of years while you need it. And if you can't afford a car, you're stuck, right? You got to order Uber. You got to pay tons of money for an Uber over time. So anyways, here we go. 2 packs for Mr. Eric Guzman. Eric, 2 cold packs. I'm sorry, Eric. And 1 large booster. Here's 1 large booster, man. Here you go. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you could call a tax on the poor. You could say that poor have fewer opportunity. You could say all kinds of stuff about privilege. But I really only think there's one type of privilege, a single type, and it is wealth. Wealth alone should be the deciding factor if you're privileged or not. And I think one of the mistakes we make is we mix race or sex or gender or whatever, or religion into it. We mix all these other political ideas into it to try and say this whole group of people, their entire group is privileged. That's such a bad political mistake, because you lose the confidence and you lose the support of people within that group who are struggling just like you. You know what I mean? So you're struggling, they're struggling. You guys have probably heard almost endlessly this idea of white privilege. I came from a family of 11 children. We were so poor. We were always this close to losing our home, right? My parents were always pulling their hair out because they're like, I don't know if we can feed you next week. We can't afford the mortgage payment next week. So we had 11 siblings. My dad worked all the time. He worked 2 jobs. And to grow up and hear that term like white privilege over and over and over again, it's so like, it's not damaging. Damaging is not quite the word, but it causes such a level of frustration that there's no way you can support the people that are repeating it over and over again, because it's a lie, basically. You know, there was no special privilege, because my dad's not even white. My dad was like half Filipino, right? So he looked Filipino. So it's like, my dad's not even a white guy. He's the main provider for my family. But you know, if you met me in life, you'd think I was white because my mom was white. So it's so frustrating to hear it all, and it's just damaging. There's no upside to it. It doesn't unite people at all, except for people within the group spouting the angry rhetoric, I suppose. They would probably be united angrily, I guess. They'd be united in hating another group. Eric, let's see. Eric needs a new bag, I think. Here you go, Mr. Eric. And that 80% isn't just loaded with the rich people. That's right. So exactly, a lot of people are born very poor. And the wealthy people are probably about 15% of society is wealthy. It's not all one race, by the way. People from all kinds of races are wealthy. And so it's a mistake to use terms like white privilege, because you're basically just finding a way to beat up on a group you don't like for whatever various reasons. But it doesn't cause you to gain support that would allow you to change the things that you don't like. It actually causes a sort of, I think it causes a rift, basically. You guys all know this. I feel like I'm preaching to the choir. You guys are that smart. Why am I even explaining it to you? Almost all of you in here probably understand this already. I feel like I'm preaching to the choir. Anthony H. says, unified minds. You got it, mister. He says, I need that. Misty. The rich will benefit the most from tax changes. Yeah, it's like you can never beat the rich. They're always one step ahead, aren't they? They're always one step ahead. They just change how they do their work in order to avoid the taxes. We got Lampin. All right. I'm sorry, Mr. Anthony H., but today, just one Lampin. Anthony H. Here we are. All right, there we go. The poor will have to work. If you can't beat them, join them. I'd like to join the wealthy. That'd be cool. Miguel Velasquez says, another spot in the large. You got it, Mr. Miguel. For example, in Africa, there's a lot of undeveloped countries, so there are more poor people. There are more poor, but agreed there is wealthy as well. Remember when Matchless was $5? Pepperidge Farms, remember? Right, they talk about anti-Asian sentiments. Asian people make insane monies. They have very low poverty and unemployment. Asian and South Asian Indians, they're doing great. Yeah, so John L. actually is referring to a subject where Asians actually make, on average, more than white people in America. And this actually goes against the narrative that there's some sort of white supremacist system stopping people from becoming successful. And it's probably more on the side of capitalism, and capitalism only values you on the merit of your skills. You know what I mean? So you have to go to school and get like an engineering degree so you can go make good money. You have to go and open up a grocery store. You have to go and open up some sort of business, and that's what makes you wealthy. And that doesn't have anything to do with your race. It just depends on what choices you made as you were growing up. Like, what kind of work do you want to do? Well, if you want to be, let's say, an artist, let's say you want to make music for a living, you know, there's going to be like a few very famous, very wealthy artists, but the vast majority of artists will fail. So if you choose that route, your likelihood of succeeding is pretty low, because there's going to be like a bell curve for like who's the most successful in music. And just the far end of the bell curve will make any money. Okay, but if you choose to open up something very conservative, like let's say you choose to open a chain of grocery stores and you just work really hard on a very basic job running those grocery stores, you're going to get rich. It's simple. So you have to make those choices. And it sounds horrible, but like give up on that dream of being a musician. But then later on, you're poor because you chose to be a musician. And this guy from, let's say, India decided to open up grocery stores. He's successful. He earned it. That's just how a capitalist society works. Capitalism doesn't value you based on your uniqueness necessarily. Sometimes it does, like when you are the successful musician. But it really values you on being able to provide something to everyone that they wanted and that they didn't have before. So the sooner you figure that out, the sooner you can kind of make your choices on how successful you want to be. You can quickly change directions and say, I need to be an engineer, I need to be a doctor, right? You ever hear about that? Like Asian parents really push their kids into being doctors and lawyers and financiers. Well, that's because they want their kids to have wealth and success. And you can't judge them for that. So next up, we've got Trey Booker. Trey Booker says 3, Darkness Ablaze. You got it, mister. They made sacrifices to have that wealth. And I think my point is anyone could have that wealth if they made the same sacrifices. That's what's so amazing. That's kind of the upside to free market capitalism. It doesn't really matter who you are. What matters is what you can accomplish, right? So your immutable characteristics would be like if you're born a boy or girl or with a certain skin color or something like that. Well, a capitalist free market, a truly capitalist free market, they just want to know, are you good at this? Can you make profits? That's all they want to know. And that, oh, another Charizard. You guys, you know we've pulled like 4 of these now, right? Is this 4 or 5? Holy moly, we must be getting so lucky. Oh my God. This is like the luckiest round of Darkness Ablaze we've had in a long time. We're just pulling them left and right. It's so wild. I can't believe it. That's number 4. Wow. We've barely gone through 1 case. Maybe they're just printing more of them. I don't know. Holy. So Mr. Trey, I'm not going to complain. They want us on UBI, so we only spend our money on their pokies. Exactly. What? That's right. It's all about grinding as a waggy in your early years and investing in a business or trade in your latter years, but people want to skip step 1. Well, yeah, everyone wants to skip the grind, of course. That's because humans naturally choose the path of least resistance. And sometimes we fantasize about the path of least resistance. Oh, I'll just open up an OnlyFans and make millions of dollars. And for some people, that actually works, which is why it's so enticing. But the reality is another guy's just going to start grinding, and in the long run, he's going to beat you because he took the difficult path and he did it right. He didn't give up on it. And it seems like that's the difficult path, but surprisingly, it is a very successful path. That's why artists sell out to record labels. Waggy, get back in the cagey. What? Is it wagey? Oh, you said wagey. I'm sorry. Not waggy. Timmy's need stimmies. That's right. When Mr. starts a-talking, the Zards start a-knocking. If only. Dustin Carpio says, hey, what's up? 2, Darkness Ablaze. Oh, Dustin, you missed that Charizard by one order. I'm sorry. You ordered 2 minutes after Trey Booker. This is why Bitcoin is so popular. Well, that's right, because everyone's got dollar signs in their eyes and they're going, if I just buy Bitcoin, I'll get really rich off of it. So 2 darkness and 1 shiny fates. All right, here goes. Can you still buy and sell Pokies plus OnlyFans? That's right. Divide and conquer only benefits China as they grow. Why did you put the Y in there? Did you do that so that YouTube can't track you? I got to work on my beach bod. Oh yeah, your beach bod. I'm actually worried about that too. We're moving to Lake of the Ozarks, and I have done nothing for the last year but lay around and work on Pokemon cards, and I have gained weight. And it's like, man, I gotta lose some weight. Gonna go to the lake and start swimming and being outside on the beach, on the lake beach. Oh man, everyone worries about that a little bit, right? Let's see, last pack. Oh, Stenny, I'm sorry, Mr. Dustin. Yeah, my wife and I, we want to move and get healthier because we have not been very healthy the last year. Okay, Dustin. How many total spots in the large? It will be probably around 45, but I won't know until I'm done, okay? So that will give you an estimate. Mr. Flexing that moose knuckle. That's right, getting the moose knuckle going. Oh my God, the moose knuckle. So stupid. Can you open an evolutions just because? All right, I'm opening it just cuz. Just because. Here's Francis, Dan, Fergie. Just tape Zards to your stomach like a 6-pack. That is a brilliant idea. Then I won't have to work out. You hear about that actually? Some people are getting plastic surgery to make it look like they have abs. And apparently that's a big deal for guys, getting that plastic surgery. Apparently it's quite popular. Here's Dustin Day. Where's Dustin Carpio, man? We need Dustin Carpio. He says, I have a bag. So you're in here somewhere, huh? Dustin Carpio. Aha, here we are. They'll know you're a master Pokemon card collector. That's right. Hey, ladies. Fake abs. That's right. Guys are implanting fake abs on themselves. Just like women get like the fake butts. Oh, I never understand the fake butts. I never cared for a girl with a big butt. I never liked big butts. I never liked big boobs. They don't look natural to me. It's so gross. But there's like girls injecting stuff into their butts. It like blows my mind. I can't figure it out. Benjamin Garcia says 1 Shining Fates. Here we are, Shining Fates. 1 Matchless. Ooh, Matchless. And 1 Darkness Ablaze. JP says, speak for yourself. Same with the lip injections. It's all of the injections. All of the injections. It's also unnatural looking, and it does not look good to me. Like, you can tell very quickly that there's something wrong. And it's like, no, I don't know. Sneep. Will you ever stock black and white packs of Heart and Gold, Soul Silver eras? They're really expensive. I've thought about it, but you know, I researched the pulls in those sets. The problem I have is I don't think you'll get your money back on those pulls because I don't think they look good enough. Thicker than a Snicker, that's right. Maybe an extra bounce. Here's Al Creamy. Never, ever have I liked big, fake, fat butts or fake boobies. They have always been unattractive. Last but not least is Shelmet. I like my pack snipped naturally by Mr. That's right. What? I'm about to get hand injections to make my hands look more sexy. I really think that people do suffer from that fear of social rejection on the way that they look. Oh, I could look better. Oh, I want to look better. I'm doing it for me, right? That's what people say. I'm doing it for me. But really, you know, you've got a natural body that was given to you by nature. Just accept it and stay in shape at least. Be healthy. But the other things like injecting actual silicone and stuff like that, you get silicone pee-pee injection. There's all kinds of crazy shit out there. And I just don't agree with any of that. It's so unhealthy probably too. There's no way your body likes that. Your body probably rejects this. Like, what's going on? What are you injecting me with? Alex, PSX says 2 Shiny Star. But look, if somebody's going to do it, I'm not going to judge them for it. But I'm just saying I wouldn't personally want to date somebody who's had a bunch of work done. It's just not attractive to me. But, you know, if somebody else likes it, I guess that's their own stuff. It's really not even an important subject, you know what I mean? So, in the end, if you want to have piercings and a tattoo and a fat butt, go for it. Do whatever you want. Okay, so Alex wants 2 Shiny Star and a live pack. Ooh, one live pack. You ready? Oh, Alex, that's the one. PSA 10, number 092. All right, what's this going to be? Alex, here we are. So you're going to pick up the Dragapult V PSA 10. Sweet. That is a good pull from the live custom boosters. Picking up a 10, huh? There we are. Very cool. Now, how about these shiny stars? Man, picking that up for 20 bucks out of the live custom booster, that is a snipe, man. He only bought a single pack. What do we got? He said, I knew I was going to snipe. You got full art back there. Is it going to be Careless or is it going to be Pokegirl? What's it going to be? Ballman, your favorite guy. It's Ballman. All right, we got Ballman. Congratulations on that. And, oh, I think you're getting double full arts tonight. Let's see what you got here. Oh, man, you're picking up a shot. Oh, man, that was a good round, Alex. You're picking up 3 hits in 1 pack. Look at that, guys. It's like a mini God pack almost. Jesus. All right. Congratulations on that round. That was a much better round than last time. Ballman is his favorite. That's what I heard. I've heard the rumors. Alex, that's okay. You can tell us that Ballman is your favorite. We won't look at you different. We just won't want you playing Pokemon with us anymore. I'm just kidding. Time to buy all the Pokies. My luck is turning, says Alex. Well, you know, if you buy all the Pokies, you will always have good luck. That's how Pokemon cards actually work. There's always some kind of hit somewhere. Let's see, we got Dustin Day, who says, I'll take 1 more large and 1 shiny V. All right, 1 more large, 1 shiny V. People deciding they want to go deep on the large. Remember, guys, on the large, the majority of people will just pull 2 holographic cards, okay? So I know you're opening these packs because you're taking a shot at the very hot PSA slab pulls. Fair enough. You know, you do have a chance by being in there, so that's great. But just remember, looking at the odds, your odds are more likely that you just pull 2 hollows. But good luck to whoever does pull them. I'm sure that person's going to have their mind blown. They're going to be like, whoa! All right, here goes. Large custom is moving. That's right, it is moving. There's Grooky. And Dedenne, and Rillaboom. All right. Mr. Dustin. Ballman isn't a very feminist term. We should say ball person. Oh my God, dude. Ballman, I think you mean ball person. We wouldn't want to offend anyone now. Dude, why are people so crazy? It's like what we were saying earlier. It's like they have nothing else to do. This pack sliding down. Like, don't you have something better to do than be upset over basically nothing? Why rename that? Well, what if a woman wants to go down the manhole? Let her go down then. She wants to do some sewage scooping? Go for it. I don't think women will ever really get excited to get a job to scoop shit out of a sewer. That's a man's job. Men do it because men want money so that they can simp for Belle Delphine later, right? So men will go through extreme lengths to go earn money, even if it means shoveling, you know, someone else's excrement off the side of a brick wall. So they'll do it for anything. But girls aren't going to choose being in the sewer scraping shit just because they have a passion for shit. I don't think they will. Maybe there's like one rare exception, but it's just not, you know, it's just not a thing anyone aspires to necessarily. It's one of those gross, dirty jobs. Man, I got a squeaky chair. All right, we're having a wild night. Follow my OnlyFans, says Mike's side. Click. Okay, so Dustin's done. We move on to Mr. Rafael Aguilera. Hey, Mr. Always a pleasure. How are you tonight? A pack a day keeps the Pokegod satisfied. One simple, fates collide. All right, you got it. Here is a Fates Collide. Ball might trigger someone too, that's right. That's right. The correct term would be corner challenged person. Corner challenged person. Saying ball is definitely a microaggression against spherical people. So here we go. Mr. Just a Runiclus. All right, Mister, I'll examine it over. Yeah, he is a bit off center, okay? So we'll put him in the hollow pile. You said you did not want your hollows. And we'll go ahead and toss this up on the bulk. You'll get him next time, Mr. Raphael. Now we have Diego, who says 4 Cosmic. All right, so let me go get some Cosmic. I'll be right back. Cosmic is returned at a very high price. And that's because I did not want to sell any Cosmic at all, in fact. But if you really insist, we can open up some Cosmic for you. You hear that, kitty? Pokemons, Pokemons. All I know is that everything is offending me, and I'm ready to go to war. All right, here we go. Here we go. Who remembers the Gillette toxic masculinity commercial? Remember that? Oh, man. Remember the guy was going to ask the girl out, and the other guy, like, blocks him, like, no, no, no. Or the boys were roughhousing, and it's like, how dare you let your boys roughhouse? That is toxic. They just want to get rid of being a guy, basically. I roughhoused with my brothers all the time. That was like my best memories of being a young boy. Of course, now I'm not referring to an actual fight, but I mean like just playing sports, you know what I mean? Being active. Some competition. Competition's awesome. That's why people play games all day. Well, that's toxic. Oh, man. We got EV Reverse Hollow and Decidueye. And Mad Cargo. Why do people think it's bad being a guy? You know, I think that's how it's going. That's the zeitgeist. That's the way of the times now. If you like masculine things, if you're masculine, you are an enemy. And if you are feminine, you're the good guy, you know? I don't know what it is. They really push it very, very, very hard. It's all over media. It's all over the news. It's in everything. Feminizing yourself, very popular. All the support. We all pat each other on the back. Oh, you terrible victim. And that is what's in right now. And I don't know why. That's the part that boggles my mind. I don't understand who's driving it all. I have a theory. You hate pansies. You're canceled. Is that card good? Says Oliver Way. This is a trainer art from the Cosmic Eclipse series, and it is pretty good, actually, yes. That's one of the main reasons people open up Cosmic Eclipse is for the, it's for the trainer arts. There you go, Mr. Diego. Next up, we got Edwin Acosta. He says, 2 live customs and 1 spot in the large. Even Edwin's jumping in. Edwin. I'm scared for you, Edwin. 18, Edwin Acosta. Mister, I ordered smoochums. All right, are we about to smooch him? Are we about to toga kiss? So there's your large. And now he also wants 2 live customs. Good luck to Mr. Edwin. Probopass and Charmander. I'm sorry, mister. That's a rough round. That is a rough round. Edwin Acosta. With an E, huh? E for EA. EA Sports. How many spots? About 45. Maybe a little more. Just depends. I actually have to sit down and do the math. I've not done it yet. Do you need a new bag? He needs a new bag. He even told me and I didn't read it. We need some new conspiracies. All the old ones turned out to be true. Oh my God. They're turning the freaking frogs gay. All the old ones turned out true. Edwin Acosta. Well, now, hey, now, we can't talk about conspiracy because Apple and Google and Twitter and Microsoft will ban you from all their platforms to make sure that you have no platform. Keith Ferbert, what's up, Keith? And then they'll send in the fact checkers. Send in the fact checkers. All right, Mr. Keith. The fact checker says you're wrong. Here's how it really is. Mr. Creative Conspiracy Theory. 19. Keith Ferbert. They're going to send the fact checkers. I want a new mythical creature disco every... What? Now we've got Trey Booker. He says, could I get all my cards live shipped? Says Trey Booker. I'm sure you could. Here we are. Here's all your cards. Let me pad it a little bit. Put this back in here. Ever heard of demonic ejaculation? I've never heard of that. What is that? Sounds fun. What? All right, Mr. Trey, you are ready to live ship. Let me get you a label going. Didn't mean to knock that down. Trey, I hope you didn't have a slab. Did you have a slab, Trey Booker? Because you didn't mention if you did. I'm assuming you do not. Let's see. Here we are. I'm getting your address that begins with 75. He says, no, I didn't. Ah, thank you very much. Very much. There we go. And now we're going to ship you. We might be running out of labels already, huh? Mr. Trey, you're live shipped. Who's next? After Trey, we have David Medalia. Hello, David. David says 3 live customs and 1 unbroken bonds. Okay. I believe I had an unbroken laying around here. Here it is. Just 1? He says, Papi Chulo. 3 live custom boosters. Mr. David. Oh, what do we got here, David? CGC 9.5. Okay, pack number 2. And pack number 3. Pokemon teaches the dangers of evolution. That's right. Oh my God. And your 8.5 is a beautiful... Let me sleeve it up first. With CGC, we consider a 9.5 to be the equivalent as a PSA 10. The equivalent of a PSA 10. And I'll flip this over. Even if it says 9. And I think that's CGC's way of stating this card isn't good enough to be considered a 10. But if you can cross-grade it with PSA to be 10, then maybe that's all that matters in the end. Is it? Oh, it's ME. Medalia. There we go. Incineroar, 9.5. All right. So that's going to be from Tag Team. That's a Tag Team GX Incineroar. Congratulations. And we've got these as well. Let's go ahead and open up the Unbrokens. Dave needs a new bag. Ah, thank you. That saves me a little bit of time. He pulls Cleffa Vikavolt, 2 more hollows. And we'll sleeve these up. Pokemon equals Pepes. They're evil. That's right. Alt-right meme. Cleffa, Cleffa. So, Mr. David Medalia. Mister, here's a philosophical thought. We built a high trust society, indicative of the videos you saw from the 50s, and that high trust was used against us to achieve nefarious objectives. I mean, maybe what you're trying to say is there is such a thing as being too nice. Maybe that's what you're trying to say. And of course that's true. Everyone knows that's true. You can be too nice and then somebody takes advantage of you. And not necessarily somebody who's turned around by your love, just somebody who literally just takes your shit and leaves and they go, haha, see you later, mother. You know what I mean? So it is possible to be, in fact, it's probably easy to be too nice, because think about it, is the wilderness is a dog-eat-dog world. That's the cynical point of view, but it's probably the accurate point of view. And humans are a little bit better than the wilderness, but are we? Are we better? You know, just look back on all the things humanity has done. I think it's important to sort of have a very what's the right word? It is important to be altruistic. You can't have a nice society without altruism. However, at the same time, you have to make sure you're not going to be taken advantage of either. So both of those things can be true. Next up, we got Emiliano. What's up, Emiliano? He says, Mr. One large custom. One large? Oh no, guys. You might as well give up, guys. Emiliano's in. He's gonna win. Because this guy pulls all the hot stuff. I don't know how you do it, man. No pressure. There we go. Hands up. Give me all the effing Pokemons. I got a mother flipping gun. I got a mother flipping gun. And then he also would like 10 Guardians. All right, 10 Guardians. Where are my Guardians? So give me a minute. I'm going to go looking for those Guardians. Kitty, you better be good. She's all laid out on the couch. He says, different packs. I know, right? A little break from the monotony. We love new packs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8. 9, 10. There we go. 9, 10. Now we're talking. So the best pull in Guardians Rising is the Sylveon. Sylveon's the best pull. Good luck to Emiliano. Sneep. 1, 2, 3, 4. One animal can't kill 3 million other animals. What? What are you talking about? Sneep. And Sneep. Look at all those Sneeps, man. Is Shining Legends for sale? What's up, Brad? I don't have any Shining Legends for sale because I'm not wanting to sell them off. But I could place them for sale, I guess. They'd be pretty pricey. I don't know how angry you'd get at the price. Here's Metagross. Ooh, Metagross GX. Metagross. All right, so far you're good because you've got 2 hits right off the bat, which leaves you plenty of room to get a third one. And you only ordered 10 packs, so you're already doing well because the average is 1 in 5, right? So if you get one more hit in these next 7 packs, you're going to do well. Here's a Lampent. Here's Lilligant. Lilligant. Oh my gosh. Here's Heliolisk. Ooh, Heliolisk. Here's Trubbish. Trubbish, you're Trubbish. That's what a bad father would say. Destroy his son's self-esteem. Victory Bell. All right, it does look like you end up getting 2 hits out of 10. The Vikavolt Full Art and a Metagross GX. Boop. You got lots of reverse hollows. I know how much you like them. Can we see Kitty? Well, you probably could. All I'd have to do is show you. Kitty cam time. Hold on. See if I can get her to wake up. Kitty. There she goes. Nah, she's too comfy. She's too comfy. She's not gonna hang out. So she's pretty close. She could sit in that box, but I think she decided the couch is more comfortable, which I don't blame her because it is. It is more comfortable. And here's your bag, Mr. Emiliano. You got a huge bag. Gotta go ahead and set these in the bag. Holy moly. That's a lot of Pokies. And let's refresh my live boosters, mister. Oh, I apologize. Let me get you those live boosters. Give me a second. I hit the refresh button already. Okay, the refresh is done. and Emiliano. One live custom booster. My bad. I missed the live custom. Oops. Ah, just 2 hollows this time, mister. She reminds me of the furry creature on Dark Crystals. Well, she reminds me of a cat. I think she looks a lot like a cat. All right, set that in your bag. Will I have to sign for my package tomorrow? It gets delivered tomorrow. No, you will not have to sign. USPS is not allowing signatures anyways because of COVID. Next up, we have Benjamin Garcia. He says, I just got to get a Shiny Star V. Wow, Shiny Star V continues to be crazy popular. You guys really like Shiny Star V. And there's Shining Fates right there, so I don't understand it, but you guys really like it. Mister, will you ever take a trip to Japan? I'm sure I will. My wife really likes Japan. She's a huge weeb. She said multiple times we should have just moved to Japan, and I told her, heck no. Look at this Rookity and Dragapult. I found out in Japan you pay a lot of taxes too. Where can you go where you can actually build wealth? You know what I mean? You got all these countries trying to get you to tax all of your wealth away. It's so unfair because if you're already wealthy, it doesn't affect you as much because you don't have very much of an income tax. But if you're poor and you want to become wealthy, it's really difficult to do that if you have a high income tax. That's for Benjamin Garcia. All right, Mr. Benjamin. So America continues to be a low tax country. And they're changing that with the capital gains right now, which won't affect me that much right now, but it will eventually. So, yeah, it's frustrating. Joey, what's up, man? How do you feel about video game grading? Nice to meet you. You're talking about VGA specifically, or just the idea of grading video games? As you know, I have Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, and Silver, and I'm going to be grading all of those games. I think video game grading is definitely... I don't think you'll ever be like card grading, because with the cards, they're cheaper, they're faster, they're smaller, you can store huge amounts of them in a small location. But video game grading will continue to be popular, and if you've got a favorite game of yours that you want to hold on to, you can go buy one if you want. I recommend not buying an already graded one, because from what I've seen, after a game is done being graded, they upcharge like crazy for the already graded games. I would buy a raw version of the game that's old and then send it off to be graded. It's probably not too complicated to figure that out. He says, Mister, nice to meet me. Did I say nice to meet you? I always just say that. I'm sorry. I know who you are. I know you're Joey Joseph. But yeah, so to conclude, yeah, I'd say video game grading is a fun thing you can get into. I don't think that there's as much money involved in game grading as there is in card grading. It's going to be more niche, it's going to be smaller, and all of the old games will eventually be graded. And the thing is, grading brand new games probably will never be a big deal, whereas with cards, grading brand new modern cards is a big deal. All right, next up, we got Daniel Coronado. We opened for Benjamin, right? Benjamin says, yeah. Okay, so Daniel Coronado says, I'm back. May I get one Vivid? Yes. And one Shiny Fates. All right, one Vivid, one Shiny. I'm Hard. Nice to meet you, Hard. Joey Joseph. Sneep. Look at this game I graded and never opened, says Goblin. Well, it is kind of cool, actually. There's a certain coolness to it. We got Thwacky. And, ooh, Alakazam Full Art. Very nice. There we go. They're going to be a collectible hobby, just like any collectible hobby, but I think that cards will be much bigger with a lot more opportunities to find something that's undervalued and to try and resell it later. Daniel, did you ever open a dispute with your Smush Pokemon Yellow you got a couple months back? I can't remember. That was so long ago. You're telling me that, and I don't even remember that happening. It's funny that you say that. All right, Daniel. I probably did. If it was smashed real bad, I probably did open a dispute, and I probably returned it. There we go. Next up, we got Michael Cusick. Oh, I'm having some back pain for some reason. Michael says, hey, mister, can I get 3 Unbroken Bonds, 8 Crimson Invasion, and 1 large custom? Whoa, that's a big order. So first, I'm going to have to go get more Unbroken Bonds. Be right back. Loving these unbroken bonds. They're unusually cheap right now, actually. And I don't know how long that'll last, but I like the price on them right now compared to the other sets. They're quite old. What is that? Just found a card on the floor. Oh, I got a May card. Didn't realize I had that. Okay. So here we have 3 blisters. I am so glad you stream on YouTube when you can, still more or less to have your own opinion. Twitch bugs me because the wrong viewpoint there can land you suspensions and bans. Wow. That's just crazy to me. It really is. Okay, so you also want 8 crimson. Let's find those 8 crimson. That's the future we're headed to. And if you guys agree with the future where you can be banned for having an opinion, you know, there are countries where people really live like that. You can't say things. You can't have certain thoughts and feelings. They don't allow it. They ban it. And America could become that country. We could be the next country like that. And it's up to you to preserve your ability to think for yourself and to form your own opinions. Because if you don't, the people in power would definitely be happy to take that away. You're more useful to them. You're more useful to them if you're not an individual. You're more useful to them when you're part of their machine, you know? People who are power hungry, they don't stop. They just keep growing and growing and growing. That's why they're in power, because they have an endless desire for it. Just like you might have an endless desire for new Pokemon cards, they have an endless desire for power over your life and what you do, and what they think is right and what they think is wrong is what you're going to have to adopt, right? Unless you tell them, no, you can't tell me what to do. And eventually they always want your money. That's what every group always wants, every organization. Organizations form as a means to take money from other groups, other people, businesses. And, you know, I like capitalist free market businesses because in order to get your money, you voluntarily give it away. You go, okay, I want your goods and services. I like what you do. In a society where the government just takes that money from you, you might not actually like how they spend the money, but they take it anyways. It's involuntary. So that's the difference between having freedom and just kind of living under the thumb of your government. You know what I mean? And you have to think carefully about who you're handing power to, because they're going to, again, power-hungry people, they don't rub their bellies and go, oh, I'm satisfied with what I have now. I have all the power I ever wanted. They go, you know, I think I need to be more involved with what these guys do. Let's decide things for them. That's just kind of how it goes. What do we got? Oh, Buzzwole, you're so rich now. You got Buzzwole GX, Mr. Michael. Michael Cusick. You get it. People are all mad at the wealthy. They're, oh, concentration of power into the hands of a few. I actually agree with it to a degree. Too much power in too few hands is terrible. We got Miss Drivas. All right, Miss Drivas. And Remoraid. And Sharpedo. So I would have to say we're getting into the unbroken bonds. The Crimson Invasion 8 packs only gave you 1 Buzzwole. That's actually kind of cold. How about this? Unbroken Bonds, Inkay, Golem. Uh-oh, that's not looking good. You got a holo. Come on, Full Art. And, yeah, you got a pretty cold round, actually. Lucky for you, our friend Nogala made a generous donation, and we created a large pity box, and we didn't just hand out the whole pity box in an afternoon. So now you're going to get some pity pulls. How do you like that? Mr. Michael. Oh, that's actually really good. So there's Surfing Pikachu, and I think I'll stop there. Surfing Pikachu. All right. All right, mister. That's a hit. That's Surfing Pikachu. I think he goes for over 200 as a 10. So I'll leave that to be your hot pull from the pity pull box. Buying, charging people, and handcuffing them just because they don't want to obey your new rules that go against the Constitution is wrong. What? I feel like I missed out on something. So, Mr. Michael, let me find your bag. Michael, with a really fat bag now. Michael, you can get $2 live shipping. $2 live shipping, Mr. Michael Cusick. Your bag's real fat now. I'm going to put you in the overflow now, Michael Cusick. Pelosi's approval is under 40%. Man. Alex PSX says one more shiny star. All right. Shiny star. Oops. Sneep. I think something that both Democrats and Republicans can shake hands on is that they do not want people to run their lives for them, and they do not want a globalist superpower pretty much deciding what's best for the superpower rather than for your individual life. And I've spoken to a lot of Democrats, especially privately, like on Discord. I love getting into conversations when I should be working. And, you know, they agree. They're like, you know, these are the things I believe in, but I don't want anyone making decisions for me in the end or having too much power. That's why people get all creeped out by guys like Bill Gates, right? Bill Gates creeps a lot of people out. Alex, PSX, they go, wow, he owns all the farmland and he's spending all this money and getting government to cooperate with them on things. It's like, it's kind of creepy. He's not an elected official. He's just a really rich guy. All right, I'm going to go ahead and refresh. I'm saying masks are the first step of us losing our freedom, so step up and don't let them control you. No, I mean, the masks were necessary. I think that's a misconception. I think that if the masks can lower the spread of the virus, then you should just do the logical thing and use the mask. But, you know, people have strong feelings like I should get to decide to wear a mask or not. Yes and no. I mean, the business should be able to decide if they allow you in whether or not you wear a mask. So they can say, well, you have to wear a mask because that's what we want. Okay, but it's their business, so they get to decide that. And the government does have an interest in making sure people don't die early from the virus too, but also political interest. Like if too many people in your area, if they get COVID too much, it's going to look badly on the mayor or the governor. So they're going to say, well, if the mask scientifically lowers the amount of COVID, we're going to force people to wear them. It's not like a huge infringement on your rights. The masks, especially in the context of a new virus that has just come out. The problem is, I would really like it if we knew when we could eventually take the masks off, but I feel like the answer is obvious. You're going to be able to take the masks off when the majority of people have had the vaccine, and then that's it. And then if they continue to push you wearing masks, then it's a little weird, and you should be like, come on, man, let me take the stupid mask off. We've all been vaccinated. Does it work or does it not work? You know what I mean? So that's probably where you would draw the line. I can tell you they're full of garbage about the masks. Yeah, there was some kind of, I watched a 3D computer animation that showed how the masks, when you sneeze, the air particles still shoot out the side of the mask, and it's only so effective. But they're right, it does it lowers the range of the particles, and the particles shoot out on your sides rather than right in front of you, which is where they would get the most range. So they're only so effective, but they do actually reduce the spread of the liquid particles by a certain amount, not by some huge amount, but by some amount. So, you know, it's funny that it's such a topic of extreme debate, because I think people, naturally rebellious people and people who really value freedom, don't like to be told to do anything. You know what I mean? Like if you tell them, save your money, it's good for you, they'll say, fuck you, I'm not going to save any of my money now. I'm going to go on a vacation to Florida. So some people just don't like to be told to do anything. It's part of your human nature. You just reject whatever somebody tells you. But again, if it's logical, then there's nothing unusual about their laws on wearing masks, basically. You know what I mean? On a plane, okay, but walking around, I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, especially if you're walking around outside and you're not near anyone, then you should just take your mask off, in my opinion. But they're going to tell you to wear a mask then, too. Next up, we got, who's next? We helped Michael. And now we have Alex, who said one more shiny star, which we opened. And then we have Raphael, who says, just sweeping through, nothing to see here. 2 Guardians Rising. All right, 2 Guardians. You got it, mister. The hot ones, right? Miracle Mike, you forgot large. What? What's going on? Miracle Mike, you forgot large. Large custom, mister. For who? Sneep. Who did I miss it for? Miracle Mike, you forgot large. Let me go backwards here. Alex, Michael Cusick. You're right. I see that now. Okay, so you mean for Michael Cusick. Here we go. Mr. Michael It's so easy to mess up an order when you're talking. There we go. Mr. Michael. What I mean to say is that the government is fascist and wearing a mask is slavery, literally. I'm just kidding. Sudowoodo. And what do we got? Yeah, just 2 packs, and this time both of them were hollow, mister. All right. Mr. Raphael. Mr. Raphael. Boop. How many people are going to be in the large? 5 bazillion. You're Michael. I knew it. Okay, we move on to Keith Craver. Hello, Keith. 2 Shining Fates. This is for Keith Craver. 1 Shiny Star V. 1 Shiny Star. Live shipping. I have a bag. All right, sounds good. Thank you for letting me know that you have a bag. Here goes. Sneep. 1, 2, 3. Masks are like the pull-out method. You know that there's still some danger, but it does work some of the time. You know what I mean? Ultimately, if you wanted perfect safety, you'd have to wear, you know, a condom. But obviously, you're not about that lifestyle. Score Bunny. I saw kids outside playing in masks yesterday and got really pissed. There is no reason for kids to wear those things while outside. Mister, are you a far right? I don't know what I'm trying to say. Are you a far right authoritarian fascist trying to tell us not to wear masks? I knew it. He's a nut job. He's a conspiracy theorist. Score Bunny and Cramorant. I took martial arts class and they did not teach me how to fight. They taught me how to meditate with controlled breathing, clear out your mind. Oh, well then you didn't get your money's worth, mister. You're supposed to learn how to beat up little kids. Come on, man. What are you paying for? They teach you how to meditate because they're trying to teach you martial arts for as cheap as possible. You know, the teacher didn't feel like teaching you how to do like the crane and all that. He's like, sit on the floor and breathe. I'm just joking. So Keith, let's find your bag. Luke, Keith, Ferbert, Kyle, King, Lachlan, Kiet, Kyle, Kevin, Kellen, Lumberjack, Kurt, Koss, Kyle Doss, Kevin Jenner. So you're not in the K box. Are you up top? Jack Walsh. Ah, here we are. Keith Craver picking up that beautiful Score Bunny. That's a good pull in my opinion. And I tell you what, put the Score Bunny in the middle. We'll get some of these going. There we go. I mean, just get vaccinated, then we won't have to wear the masks. It's really that simple. Of course, the same people who won't wear masks won't get vaccinated. Yeah, mister. Got him. Eiffel Tower. Go ahead and baggy this up. Mr. Keith, let me get this label. And we'll print. Print. I'll be right back. Little cough there. So, I think we'll grab some of this padding. Actually, let's make the box up first. Doobity-boo, doobity-boo, scooby-doo-dooby, doobity-boo. Here's the scissors. Doing a little scissoring over here. All right, let me have a sip. Sweet. After Keith, we have Benjamin Garcia. Benjamin says, one more shiny star. All right. Benjamin's not giving up. Grease up that chair. First, they tell you to wear masks. Next, they tell you to get vaccinations. Next, they tell you can't do activities if you don't get vaccinations. Then they force you to get vaccinated. Well, it sounds like they're really interested in getting you vaccinated. And before that, it sounds like they're very interested in having you wear a mask. Urshifu. Meowth. Oh, my God. Actually, there's a large number of people who do not want to get vaccinated. They were running some polls on the news, and it's like, I think it was over 25% of people don't want a vaccine. They're like, we're not doing the vaccine. It is quite popular. You would think it's not that popular because everyone's taking the illness so seriously, the virus. But of the people who participated in this particular poll that I saw, it was like on CBS or something. It was like 28% of people didn't want the vaccine. And that's actually a significant number. Joe Biden is already dead. The person you see is a clone, and scientists haven't completely smoothed out the speech errors. Oh my God. If the vaccine was as good as they say, why are they trying to convince you to take it? I mean, because people are naturally skeptical and because the vaccine was made in like a year. Some people don't want to be like guinea pigs, basically, to see if there's any long-term side effects. I'm jealous of people named Benjamin because Benji is such a cool nickname. Benji, how do you not know that they wouldn't call him Jammin'? I think I would have given him a nickname of Jammin'. Mr. Joe Biden is going to give a State of the Union speech. Oh, very interesting. I wonder what he'll say. I already had COVID with 0 symptoms, so I don't think I need the vaccine. Oh, yeah, okay, so maybe that's part of it. Maybe a lot of people already had it, and it didn't give them any trouble, so now they're going, well, why should I get the vaccine? All right, after Benjamin, we have Maximilian Hofmeister. So, he says, 2 Shining Fates, 2 Cosmic Eclipse, do I owe you for shipping? So Maximilian Hofmeister, the way shipping works, if you want free shipping, all you have to do is make a request in the Please Ship channel in the Discord. If you want fast shipping with live shipping is what we call it, you will pay probably like $6, and then I will ship your cards right here, right now in the live stream. So you could do instant shipping right now, or you can do free shipping if you make a request in the Please Ship channel. Either way, you always have to request shipping. That's the only way I ship your card out. So for everyone listening who has cards with me, just remember you have to request the cards to be shipped. So he says 2 Shining Fates. Here we are. And 2 Cosmic. Wow. Here's our Cosmic. You got your vaccine 2 weeks ago. What? None of you guys realize that all of the vaccines have a little microcomputer in it. What do they call those? I don't remember. They're all made out of microcomputers. And you're all sleeper agents now. Sneep for the Democrat Party. And when Joe Biden and Bill Gates decide they want to take over the world, they're going to activate your sleeper chips. Nanobots, that's what the word I'm looking for, nanobots. Santa Scorch and Crobat, oh my lord, you're all compromised now. Can I still buy packs, Chet? What's up? Yes, you can still buy packs. Microchip. Nanobots. You've all got nanobots in your blood now. They're going to activate, and they're going to take over you. Here's Eevee. I knew it. That's right, the hive mind is beginning. Here's Fion. He is a specialist in eugenics. Who's a specialist in eugenics? What, Bill Gates? That would not surprise me somehow. So, Mr. Max, imagine living in a world where people won't take literal vaccines that will save their lives because they're scared of being sheep, but are literal sheep to their own ideologies. Actually hilarious. Oh, shots fired. Fight! I'm just kidding. All right, I want to hear the responses. Marvin Leon, Mario, Nick, Michael, Hiegman, Mitchell, Michael Levia. That sounded like a no you to me, mister. You're all sheep for taking the vaccines. No you. That sounded like a no you. Martin, Mike, Martin, Matthew. We're looking for Maximilian Hofmeister. I feel like I've ran into your bag like 50 times, except for right now when I want to run into your bag. Now I can't run into it. Okay, put that over there. That logic ignores the survival rate. Miguel. Uno reverse card. That's a Uno reverse card if you ask me. A sheep just flew over my house. Are you counting sheep to go to bed? I knew it. And business, Morgan John, Matthew. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting problem. I think that people have a right to be skeptical of a vaccine that was produced in a year and where there's no long-term studies. It would only be human nature to resist being told by the government, here's this thing, you have to inject it into your body. We tested it for like a second. Here you go, it works. And some people don't want to be the guinea pig for that. But at the same time, you have this other pressing matter. You have this virus that's come out, and you need to beat the virus. So it's like kind of like a you can't win sort of situation. You either take a chance on the virus and hope that there's no long-term side effects. And a lot of people are willing to take that chance. You know what I mean? Because we do know that the virus exists, and there are long-term side effects of having become ill with the virus. Do you have a bag, Mike? Maximilian Hofmeister. I can't find you, man. Here, maybe it's over here. Maybe it's over on this side. Here's Dave Jantz. Who's the last person down here? Nope, that's Oscar. I've read the mRNA papers. I'll wait it out. That's right. What? Here's a Nathan Lewis bag. Lewis Laura, William Vall, Michael Cusick, Raphael. So, Mr., I'm going to create a bag for you. Mr. Hofmeister, I'm going to create a bag for you, okay? And if you believe you have 2 bags with me, just tell me when it's time to ship, okay? Because I can't waste too much time looking for your bag. So just tell me if you believe you have 2 bags, and I'll go searching for both of them after the live stream is over, or, you know, when I have a chance to do the shipping. Maximilian Hofmeister, I believe you had an overflow bag at some point, and I'm wondering if I maybe moved it to the side. All right, there we go, because there's no more room. I feel like it should be optional, but everyone trying to force it are going to get compensation in 20 years when they all get ball cancer. Yeah, I mean, that's a big deal, right? So you have this untested virus, and not untested virus, untested vaccine, and you can almost like imagine maybe like a Hollywood movie of this exact scenario where it's like maybe let's say the vaccine causes everyone to get infertile or something like that, some crazy thing, right? This is a Hollywood movie we're talking about, and it would be such an easy to sell movie because it plays on the natural fears we have about the unknown on some sort of vaccine you're pumping into your body, and you don't know what it does, how it works. Very few people are probably smart enough to really understand how it fully works. And so it's easy to play on those fears is what I'm saying. But then again, like we will have a better idea if it has any side effects a long time from now after we actually test it. But there's vaccines today that don't really have long-term side effects. So probably it's safe to take, you know what I mean? And a lot of people believe that. A lot of people are taking it right now. Mr. The May. Oh my gosh, look at this May. What the? I may have to keep this one. Do you think CGC would grade this? What if CGC would grade this? I might have to send that one out to grade. Why rush when under 50 and healthy? Yeah, I actually have a similar feeling about it. It's like, so if I was older, I would definitely go out and take the vaccine. I don't have to worry about having kids anymore. I don't got to worry about anything really, except for surviving coronavirus. If you're real young, I can understand why you hesitate to take some new made-in-a-year vaccine that is definitely under the political pressure of the Trump administration to be made and pumped out very quickly. There's all kinds of political pressure to get that vaccine done. So I can understand the hesitation, at least, and wishing that you knew more about how it was made and why it all works, you know what I mean? But the government doesn't really teach any of that, maybe because it's too complicated. So they just say, it works, take it. And then they're surprised when some people say, well, I don't know, I don't want to. You know what I mean? That doesn't surprise me in the least. It's like, that's the exact behavior you would expect from people. All they needed to do was protect the elderly, but they did a poor job of that. Well, that's true, but it's also true that some young people died from coronavirus too. So you shouldn't discount that young people also died from coronavirus. Although the #1 killer of young people is car accidents, if you guys didn't know that. We can now be without face masks. That's true. What kind of Pokemon cards are you opening? What's up, Nina? We're opening all kinds of Pokemon cards. Good hygiene, problem solved. Is it? So let's see. We've got Keith, Benjamin, Maximilian Hoffmeister, and now we have a large order for Mr. David Medalia, who wants 1 Hidden Fates. Oh, he's playing on the wild side tonight because he then says 5 live custom boosters. Whoa, okay. Well, he's going deep. Let's see what happens. Pack number 1 is hollow. Number 2, oh, you only needed 2. PSA 9, number 197. Number 3, number 4, and number 5. Oh, so you went a little too deep there, mister. You went deeper than you needed. But let's see what you get out of that PSA 9. Oh, is this it? Nope, that's not it. Oh, it might actually be it. Give me a second. Might have wrote the wrong number down. Oh, no, here it is. All right, I found it. Okay. Man, that is one squeaky chair. David, congratulations on your new slab. Went balls deep on the battle styles a couple months back. Did you get a Charizard before in your career? I've never gotten a Charizard in my career, ever. Boop. So you've got PSA 9 Dragapult VMAX. He's so lovely. Take a look at that. That's a decent card. That is a decent card. And I know he sells for quite a lot as a 10. Okay, we'll sleeve that up. Now for your Hidden Fates. Are you ready? Sneep. Is this for me or for David? This is for David. David Medalia. Ooh, you got Reverse Hollow Mew. This is actually a nice card. Yeah, people will pay money for a PSA 10 of that Reverse Hollow Mew. Very nice. Probably the best Reverse Hollow you're going to pull out of that set. And we're going to go ahead and put that into your bag, Mr. David. Mr. David. Here we are. But take this shot if you want your life back. Yeah, okay. Dragapult. Mister, don't make me revoke your vaccine passport. Get the spankies going. Vahan Gavandian says 2 live custom boosters for Vahan Gavandian. Good luck, Mr. Vahan. You ready? We've got Charmander. And old people don't care because they're not going to be alive for the long term, but the youth should be a little more skeptical. Yes, and actually the virus is just more dangerous for old people. So that's the other reason. Sorry, mister, both of those are cold. He says, I need a bag. We'll get you a bag. You do pick up a lovely Charmander from XY Evolutions. You can see I sleeved him up for you. Vahan Gavandian. Made people stay home to have babies because U.S. population is slowing down. Did people have babies? You talking about COVID babies? Next up, we have Alex PSX, who says, 2 more shiny stars, mister. Thought I'd go deep tonight, which I normally don't. I try to stay safe and be frugal. Oh, you're going deep tonight, huh? Damn, look at this. Did you see the Monster Hunter Rise 2.0 update today? I have not seen it. I apologize. I've not been able to play games. I spent the day with my wife today, so we just kind of hung out. We're kind of enjoying our last few days in our home, our current home, because we move on May 3rd, which is 6 days away. So this is our last week here, and what we'll probably do is go out together a few times and see some places like the place we went to school together, and maybe our childhood homes and stuff like that. So we'll probably be spending a little bit of time just driving around and seeing old places we used to go. It's not like we're leaving the state. We're staying in the state of Missouri, but the drive to the Ozarks from here is like a 3-hour drive, so we'll be pretty far away. It's not like we'll be coming back very often. All right, you pick up Shiny Scorbunny. Alex, PSX, that is never a bad pull in my opinion. That's a pretty cute Pokemon. No Zarid, that's true, but you got Scorbunny, which is better, right? How has things been going? Things have been going well. Next up, we got Edwin Acosta. Edwin, 2, Woonified Minds. You got it. Did you hear COVID only strikes after 11 p.m.? That's why all the bars and restaurants have shut down. Well, I disagreed with that like you're suggesting, because everyone stops going there to go where? Walmart? Everyone gets funneled into Walmart. And I think that's really frustrating. So I don't think that people were particularly safer just because all the restaurants and the bars shut down. But I could be wrong. Who knows? Maybe we could have simulated 2 scenarios and the growth of the virus would have been roughly the same in both scenarios. Bam. So Mr. Edwin, 2 cold packs of Unified Minds. I'm sorry, man. It was just 2 packs. That does happen. With the vaccines, they still want people to wear masks and distance. Why would anyone young take a vaccine when it's not going to give you anything and is only going to potentially harm you? Well, yeah, that is a little bit annoying, you know, the having to wear a mask thing, even when you've already taken the vaccine. I feel like it throws into question whether or not the vaccine actually works. Like, really, it does. It only strikes at night and while you're standing up inside a building. That's true. Let me go ahead and refresh. I think I had it. I'm pretty sure I had coronavirus that 2 weeks where I couldn't stop coughing. I was like just non-stop coughing. I hate it when they get on the young kids who go on like spring break. And you got all these young kids together on spring break, and some of them probably are passing coronavirus around. I just hate to think that they're going to miss out on a year of their youth because of this virus, which is basically not that harmful for young people. Can't they just like quarantine when they come home or something? I don't know. It's a sad thing because I would really like young people to go out and still live life and not have to be held back because of the older population, which really, when you look at the statistics for who passes away from coronavirus, it's overwhelmingly the elderly. It's not young people. The numbers are very small for young people. So it is an issue with your immune system not being able to handle the virus, and it spreads very easily, the virus does. But if you're young, you have a very good odds of beating it. It's kind of like the flu, actually, but it's more dangerous than the flu, basically. When you sit down at your table at a restaurant, COVID can't get in because there's a force field. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I put up the force field. Yeah, it's such a controversial subject, and I feel like everyone's got their own opinion. You got people who are on the side of it's a pandemic and government control, and they wanted to sabotage the election. They wanted to destroy the economy. You know, we're guinea pigs for the vaccine and blah, 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 blah. And then you got people on the other side saying, you conservatives are crazy. You just need to do what you're told on staying home and not spreading the virus. Let's not kill anyone because obviously the coronavirus is actually killing people. So just cooperate and wear your mask and take your vaccine and don't go out, and it'll all be over. Once all the vaccines are handed out, it'll all be over, and then we can resume normal life, and fewer people will have died. You know, and so there's 2 very opposing viewpoints on the subject, and it's fun to watch people go at it over it. And really, I guess my biggest frustration, I really wish I knew how it started. You know, was it an accident? Was it just a guy eating bat soup? Was it on purpose? That would be really important to know. Wouldn't it be wild if it was on purpose? Oh, man. That would be... I mean, the number of people who died from it, if it was on purpose, that would be insane. Okay, that would be like grounds for war, basically. We've got Adam Sharp. Nice to meet you, Adam. Adam Sharp says, 5 live custom boosters. I don't have a bag. So, okay, Mr. Adam Sharp, your first order is 5 live customs. As you know, if you read the instructions, Adam, the pull rate in here can be as low as 1 in 15. All right, so you might pull nothing. But we're going to go ahead and open up your cards, and that's because we have all those donations by Nogala. So even if these are cold, I will give you some hits from Nogala. So let's see what happens, though. They might be hot. 1, 2. Oh, there we go. Number 3 is 10 packs of Shining Fates. 3, 4 is Ultra Necrozma. And 5 is Typhlosion. Cool. So that was a good round for you. You get 10 packs of Shining Fates. I think you did well, actually. Let's get those 10 packs. Actually, I should have them. Because we opened up... Oh, right. We opened this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I have any more laying around? All right, let me open up this too. Shining Fates. You know, I want to see another Charizard VMAX come out of Shining Fates. That's why we're opening some of these. We haven't seen that Charizard in a while. I'd really like to see him. Or Skylo or Suicune. It is a war to get the world back in control. After Donald Trump canceled the World Trade Agreement, then they kicked him out of office. Well, yeah, you know, that's where a lot of conservative conspiracy kind of kicks in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go. You know, it would be very hard to prove that, you know what I mean? And so that might fit into your frustration that he lost the election. Doesn't make it true, though. But although it would be so salacious if it was true, wouldn't it? Man, that'd be wild. But how would you prove something like that? They released it on purpose because of all the protests in China. Once it was released, all the protests stopped. Coincidence? I think not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we'll toss this away. Sweet. That vaccine is scary stuff. Yeah. It's interesting. Breaking news. COVID-19 strain causing ravenous and rabid behavior in people in the Amazon area. What? Caution is advised. Why can't there be like a virus where if you catch the virus, you get like sexier or something like that? You know what I mean? We would call it the TCC virus. And basically, if your girlfriend catches it, she finds you even sexier than usual. And then you just make sweet loving for like weeks. That would be like the perfect virus. People would be like, ah, thank God for the virus. Somebody would make like an antivirus and they'd be like, no. I don't want the vaccine. Here goes. They don't want to die as a young person. What? Here's a Dedenne. The election was a hoax. The Rainbow Charizard is a hoax. I knew it. Rainbow Charizard is a hoax. Galarian Weezing. Here's Johnny. Here's Yamask. Really weird to me how people have lost their minds over a slightly more dangerous flu. It is a little more than slightly, but it is, you're right, it is a more dangerous flu. Institute Fear and a Savior. We have our savior. It's Charizard. What's up, Pokélexo? We got Thievul. Get that Charizard vaccinated. That's right. Here's Luxray. Or else he's not going to get his vaccine passport. Here's China number 1. What? Blaine says, globalism ensures China is number 1. Here's Cramorant. I do believe there are people pushing for like a globalist superpower. I don't think that they want China to be number 1, though. That would be the opposite of globalism, if you think about it, right? I think their ideology would probably more along the lines believe that all countries should essentially be equal, right? And that's not what China wants. That's not what the United States wants. When you say something like United States exceptionalism, that's not what many nationalistic civilians want for their country. They don't want to just be equal to everyone else. But if you're truly a globalist, you believe that all the countries should essentially be equal. Ooh, look at this. In other words, what I'm saying is China, although it benefits them to be part of, global trade, their actual desires would probably be to be exceptional. You know what I mean? All right, mister, you got 3 shinies and an amazing rare Kyogre. Very nice. This is for Mr. Adam Sharp. Adam Sharp, fresh bag. Here we go. The PSA 10 from last night. Forgot the Pokey. According to previous studies with mRNA vaccine, all the animals got autoimmune disease after about a year. Mister, did you hear about the David Dobrik situation where he nearly killed a member of his vlog squad? Dude has double vision for life. Who's David Dobrik? What? Dude has double vision for life? What are you talking about? What's double vision? Adam. And who's David Dobrik? He's a massive YouTuber. Man, I don't know all these guys. Do you guys know I don't actually watch a lot of YouTube? I do not watch a lot of YouTube. I make a lot of content, but I hardly watch YouTube. And if I do, it's almost always some kind of educational content. David tried to kill some guy, is that what you're saying? And then he got double vision? Do you mean like he's got brain damage? Because I'm trying to imagine what double vision is. I'm assuming it's like brain damage. All right, next up we got Jedediah Rice. What's up, Jedediah? He says, Mr. 2 Shiny Star Vs. All right, 2 Shiny Star Vs. Bradsman says, consume. Educational. Okay, mister. No, really, like the other night, I was watching 1950s propaganda videos and just 1950s home videos, and it was educational. You know, I feel like I learned things. He hit his friend in the head with a crane, brain damage, fractures, the whole 9 yards. He nearly died. Wow. Double vision is when you coom in a girl's eyes, and then she can't see properly. Is that what you mean? Oh my God, dude. Woo! Rillaboom. That sounds terrible. And what, is he going to go to jail for like super long time? I mean, that's assault with damage, so I'm assuming there's going to be some terrible consequence to pay. Look at that. You got the shiny Rillaboom VMAX. All right. Very nice. I don't think he was going to, what, kill him? My dream is to be a YouTuber with my cousin. Hey, cuz. No charges being put against him, so no jail time. Wow. Well, maybe they're going to settle for a bunch of money. I would pay to watch Mr. make love to Charizard while I sit in the chair and watch. Okay, so what is this, like a Charizard fetish? Jedediah. And why aren't you making love to the Charizard? Is it like a Charizard cuckold fetish? All right, let's find Jedediah real fast. Mr. Javier. Jack. This is my girlfriend, Charizard. Jedediah. Here we are. Oh, you got the Galarian Ponyta last time. You're doing pretty good with these packs, man. Damn. Double vision is when you pull the Zard, but realize it was your stepsister. That's right. That's what I heard. I read that on medical.com. David Medalia says 3 live custom boosters. You got it, David. Oh, David. Let's see what happens. Pack number 1. Wow, that's a really cool looking Ninetales. Pack number 2. Okay. And pack number 3. Oh, it's Imakuni's Doduo. That is a hit from XY Evolutions. However, that was a cold booster. Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and get you a pity pull for Mr. David Medalia, pulling Reverse Hollow Poliwhirl. It's like you got a free pack of XY Evos, but I'm afraid you did not get any crazy hits there. Mr. David, here you go. Those darn live customs. Sometimes the live custom boosters start to gain traction and people just keep going deep in them. Tonight's one of those nights. You guys suddenly decided you wanted live customs. Is that one of them fake May cards asking for a friend? Yeah, that's a fake May card. We really like May. She has a terrific personality, so I'm a big fan of her personality. And that's May from Pokemon. It's a custom card. Theo Lang says, Mister, it's been a little while, but can I get 1 XY Evos? What's up, Theo Lang? How's it going, Theo? Sometimes I watch my dad and my dog make love, and I can't help but grabbing my cat and doing what I please with him. What? All right, XY Evos. XY Evos. Magmar, you did it! All right, we got 1 Reverse Hollow Magmar. Let's test for any other good pulls. Here's Pikachu. All right, Magmar and Pikachu sitting in a tree. Boop. There we go. Now, Theo, you say you haven't ordered in a while. Do you need a new bag? He says, I have a bag, so let's go looking for it. Can we get a better look at her personality? Trenton, Tyler. I love girls with a good personality. Tyler. I really do like girls, though. I feel bad because I talk very rowdy in here, and I know some girl out there is cringing, but you have to understand a larger part of the audience is male, okay? So those are the rules. All right, here we are. Magmar is going in. We'll have a girls-only live stream someday. And we'll talk very nice and appropriately. And we'll talk about how men suck. All men are assholes. We've got Alex, PSX. He says, one more shiny just in case. Oh, we're going to open a new box of Shiny Star. Do I have a new box? I'll be back. We're getting more Shiny Star. Okay. Now, when this Shiny Star runs out, I will not be able to easily replace it because I'm in the middle of moving. You ready, Alex? Oh, Alex. Mister, the government says SSI money is running out. Then a virus comes out that kills the old people. Any thoughts on that? A virus that kills the elderly. Well, no, I don't think that the virus would have come out to kill people just to save Social Security. You know why? Because the actual cost of shutting down America, the economy and all that, just to wipe out some elderly, it doesn't add up. So the economic losses from coronavirus is unbelievably bad. The productivity comes to a halt. The money printing explodes. People quit working. They go home and receive a bunch of unemployment. Businesses shut down. So it doesn't actually add up. And I would say that they would not have done that just to get rid of old people, no. And the cost of coronavirus heavily outweighs whatever you might have saved in Social Security. Okay, let's see what's next. Oh, we need to refresh. Okay. EDP will walk. What they did was great, but they wrote him first, and that's entrapment. Oh, you still talk? So who is EDP and what did he do? Is this another YouTuber? Man, you guys know more than me. Alex says 2 bags. That's right, Alex. You got 2 bags now, man. What the? I think you're going too deep, man. Alex. Okay, we're refreshing. We're refreshing. There's no wait time now. Crazy how he's still allowed on YouTube. Yeah, interesting. When somebody's performed a crime, is YouTube supposed to block them from being able to post on their social media? I mean, that doesn't seem... Does it correlate? I think you should be able to post on your YouTube. Sure, why not? Yeah, if you've committed a crime, but you're not locked up yet, you should be able to use your YouTube channel for a while. I guess by the time you're locked up, maybe at that point, you're not allowed to use it. EDP is the GOAT besides his last stunt. See, I have no idea who the heck he is. You guys are saying EDP. I have no idea who EDP is. Michael Cusick says, can I get 3 Shining Face, 3 Crimson Invasion, and live shipping? All right, you got it, mister. Wasn't a crime, it was an accident, and his friend was part of the stunt. What? So we got 3 Cosmic, 3 Shining Fates, and live shipping. No, wait a second. I don't know if the order adds up properly. Give me a second. I don't think that the order looks like it's the correct amount. All right, so Mr. Michael Cusick, you paid for only 3 Cosmic. You didn't pay for live shipping? Oh, actually, I think that you did, because, well, it wouldn't cost you very much. But I can see that the only thing you paid for are the 3 Cosmics, okay? So, Mr. Michael, what I can do for you, I can give you free live shipping and only open up the Cosmic if you'd like, okay? I'll do that for you just to make things easier. But you didn't pay for 3 Shining Fates. I can just open these 3. He says Crimson. Did I read it wrong? Let me make sure I didn't read it wrong. Right. Oh, you said... Oh, okay. My bad. I'm so sorry. You did everything right. I read it wrong. All right, here we go. Crimson Invasion. That makes a difference, doesn't it? There we go. Beautiful. No. Michael didn't do anything wrong. I misread. I misread it. Crimson and Cosmic are kind of similar. Here goes. You're perfectly fine. I was like, wait a second. I don't even know how you make the, you know, when you make a mistake, the funny thing is, it's kind of like losing your keys. Have you guys ever lost your wallet or misplaced your phone or lost your keys? And the first thing your mom or your girlfriend says, well, where did you place it last? Well, if you could remember where you placed it last, it wouldn't be lost, right? And so it's a problem of like, it's like a brain problem, you know, it occurs every now and then, a mistake occurs. And that's exactly what it's like when you operate a channel like this. Occasionally, you make a mistake and you have no memory of the mistake. And that's the nature of how it works. That's just how it works, I'm afraid. It's that whole human error aspect, right? But, you know, also, I suppose I'm very casual when I do this. It's not like I'm putting an airplane together. You know what I mean? An airplane that's going to have to take flight. I'm just opening up cards, so I'm very relaxed. Choodle. All right, we got Choodle. You did good, by the way. You pulled a full art on your 3 packs of Crimson. That's 3 packs, 1 full art. Here's Mr. Mime. And, come on, Charizard. Just, oh, you got an Indeedee Celebi, huh? So this Celebi, well, I don't know if you'll get a 10. Yeah, he looks odd on the bottom left-hand corner, but we'll sleeve him up for you anyways. People trying to excuse a dude's decision because it was a prank he was unaware of. What? I do not know what you're talking about. Oops, that's sliding down. Okay, now, Mr. Michael, you wanted some live shipping. He says, I have a slab. All right, cool. Did you know the government lied about asymptomatic? Never in history mentioned medical field till now. To be infectious, you need enough viral load of virus and your immune system will react and show symptoms. What? Sounds good. I don't know what you mean. Okay, Mr. Michael. Mr. Michael. Lovely pulls. Been getting rid of my top loaders slowly by handing them out every time I ship. What will the name of your boat be? Oh, you know, the SS Charizard. Let's see if Michael got a card tonight or yesterday night. All right, you must have a different one then. Okay, that's fine. Look, right? And who's this? That's Dustin Day. Let me go ahead and open up stamps and get you shipped, mister. Let's see if we've shipped you before. Looks like we've not shipped you before. Let me get your address. Oops, come on now. The PayPal address is good. Thank you for that. Appreciate you guys letting me know. Boop. And this is going to be a little heavier. Let me go ahead and up the weight on it. And now I'm going to print. Sweet. There's a very short wait time. Oh, the printer is out of labels. All right, give me a minute. Let me think. Where did I put all my labels? It's an unusual problem to be running into right now. All right, give me a minute. I gotta go find out where the heck the labels are. They're not under the desk, are they? No. Maybe they're in the kitchen. All right, I found them. They were in the kitchen, and now I need to load up the printer. I think I could still use that label, actually. What is that, kitty? All right, we'll print a new one anyways, so we'll use the new one. And I'll be right back. Let's find this label, kitty. Dude, it's hot in here, kitty. pile number 1. How about pile number 2? Not pile number 2. Let's try pile number 3, kitty. Here it is. You had a PSA 10 Weakness Guard Energy. So nice. Very good. And we'll roll this up real fast. There we go. Woo. That is some fast shipping. Mr. Michael, you live ship. All right. And I return. Whoa, the audience actually went up. Wow. So, after Michael, now we're going to refresh. Now, I'm supposed to call no more orders at this point, but you guys are welcome to make another round of orders. We'll try to wrap up at about 3 hours. Wow, it sounded like I said wrap app. Anyways, yes, we'll wrap up at about 3 hours. Test the live custom boosters, or if you wanted to jump into the large or something like that, I don't know. I think you have another day or two. Look how fast the large is filling up, 21. Jesus. Really a lot more popular than the last large. Alex says, the large, go. Bye, bye, bye. All right, next up, we've got, it's David Medalia. 1 Fossil Custom Booster, 1 Shining Fates, 1 Hidden Fates. All right, sounds good. So we started a new fossil. For my enjoyment, can you say the hardest tongue twister I know? I guess you could. I guess I could. Feel the large like Riley Reid. Isn't she getting married? You can't talk about her that way anymore. She's a lady now. David Medalia. I'm newly single. Are you really? David Medalia. This is the singles meetup, mister. This is where you'll meet the pokey girl of your dreams. Toy boat, toy boat, toy boy. Oh, that is hard to say. I messed it up. I wasn't even going that fast. So 1 Shiny Fates and 1 Hidden Fates. Here we are. You're part of the Riley Reid fan club. All right. You're old and single. Who here is single? I'm curious. Any singles tonight? This is the Lonely Hearts Club. It's okay to be single, guys. She's not hot, but her work. What? Did you say she's not hot? You can shut up. Crobat and a Lapras. Me. Raphael's got the Electrode. No comment. Me. I'm Pokey single. We got Shiny Voltorb. Hey, you can match this with the new Golden Electrode. 30 years single. That's a long time to be single. COVID has put the love life on hold. True. That's true. It is harder to go out. All right. David Medalia. We're all dating you. Aw, blush. Mr. David. Working to lose some weight before I try to start dating. That's a good idea. It's hard to lose weight though, isn't it? Me. For 10 years. Woo! I'm single if you don't count my uncle. Oh my God. Next up, we have Ramiro Andrade. He says 3 live shipping. I have a slab. All right, Mr. Ramiro wants live shipping. He's also got a slab. 1, 2, and oh, that's tough, man. 3 cold packs in a row. I'll go ahead and grab you one of these pity pulls. Let's see what happens. It is Phalanx. I tell you what, Mr. Ramiro, you're heading out. Have one more. That's Pikachu. Okay, it's not in the cards for you tonight. Failings and Pikachu. That was you being down on your luck with those pulls. I'm sorry, man. All right. Pikachu. And I know you've got a bag. Here it is. Sorry about that, mister. I tossed you the second one because I thought, hey, we'll get you a hot pull on the second one. Stop. Is Dinkle still alive? Where is Dinkle? So you have a slab as well. See if we can find. Here we are with your beautiful Rhydon. I'm staying single after this last relationship. I'm done with that stuff. May go live off the grid. Don't live off the grid, mister. Unless you're going to move to the Lake of the Ozarks. Then you can live off the grid. Mr. Ramiro. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Make sure I have the right name here. And we'll go ahead and print. Don't live off the grid, mister. Just take a little break. So let's grab some of these and one of these, and we'll wrap it up in one of these. And then we'll wrap it up further in one of these. Man, relationships are hard. I feel like they're really difficult. Put this on top, I guess. All right, hold your eardrums. Maybe in the future, everyone will just be single, including the girls, and the girls will just be like bid on to go on dates or something. You know, I'm talking like 1,000 years from now, when nobody needs to have children anymore, because everyone lives forever. Wouldn't that be interesting? If you could live forever, what's your incentive to have children anymore? You're not replacing yourself, because you're going to live already. I really want to visit Japan one day. Well, then go visit it. Mister, don't ever prank your brother with a kinky cop outfit. He might use your handcuffs to take it from you, but I wouldn't know. It's not like it happened to me. The Derek Chauvin gives you Derek's a bad name. We don't claim him. His name's spelled D-E-R-E-K. I'm spelled D-A-R. So different names. Smitty says, that's back-to-back PSA 10 first edition Zard selling low. Brace yourself for doom and gloom. PokeViz market is crashing. Definitely not. People waking up to weak PSA 10's law. Oh, is there like a PSA 10 Charizard that didn't sell for very much? That's good. I should save up and buy a PSA 10 first edition Charizard because, you know, I'm not a big fan of the PSA grading, but I do actually want a really nice first edition Charizard. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe what I'll do, maybe I'll buy like a 9 rather than a 10. Because I question whether the 10 Charizards are truly 10s. And maybe I'll just get a 9 and regrade it with my own slab if I'm grading at that point. Yeah, 250K, mister, and it was a CGC 8 on a great day, not joking. So, oh, well, there you go. So people were actually just examining the card and going, that's not a very good 10. And so they rightfully decided it's not that valuable. But don't worry, all the YouTubers who are into Pokemon cards who don't know what kind of content to make because it's hard to make content, they're all going to come out with a video tomorrow saying, it's the end of Pokemon. Father Fish says, I ordered a pizza with extra sausage, but the pizza didn't have it, but at least the delivery man was able to supply. Even got some sauce. Oh, That is definitely a WAP moment. Worship and pray. Emiliano says, I put in a second order. Did it go through? Let me go ahead and refresh. It probably did. I'm actually going out Saturday night for drinks. Wonder if there will be cute girls out. You looking for a Tinder, honey? Oh my God. Mr. Emiliano orders 1 Hidden Fates, 3 Unis, and live ship my hollows. Your hollows? Like your, do you mean like your whole, oh, I see what you're saying. I think I see what you're saying. So you want to keep your hits on the table and you would like for me to live ship these hollows. All right, well, give me a minute. I see what you're saying. I'm going to scroll through. Your hoops. You got some hoops, man. I'll toss in those as well. Charmanders. Chinchows. You got quite a few hollows, actually. You have quite a few hollows, actually. Holy. Look, this is your whole bag after you remove the hollows. Can you believe that, Emiliano? That's your whole bag after you remove the hollows. The bag was mostly hollow cards. That's just how it goes. You see that, guys? These are all the hollow cards. This is why in the past I didn't give out hollows, is because, remember what I said back then. I said it will fill the table up if I gave out the hollows. That's why I said, and I knew it was true because every night I would extract all the hollows and I'd have this huge pile of hollow cards by the end of the night. And I was like, could you imagine this going into the bags every single day? It'd be unbelievable. But, you know, we were able to expand the use of the table. Like, we have 4 new boxes here. This whole shelf is brand new. We used to not use any of this shelf. And then we got 3 boxes over here, and I'll remove those soon and put another box there. So we expanded the room on the table. I recently lost 120 pounds by becoming single. Okay, so Emiliano, your Hidden Fates, which I have to go find. And then your 3 unis. Kitty's looking at me while she's kneading. You guys want to see Kitty while she's kneading? Watch this, guys. Watch this. Kitty's making biscuits. When the stream is over, she likes to climb on me and do that to like my leg or something. She'll do it to my chest, but it hurts because her claws will actually cut into my clothing. Oh my God. All right, rest of the stream's just cat stream. I recently just gained a couple new PSA cards by becoming single. Is that Puke Kitty? That's the Puke Kitty, absolutely, yeah. Let's go get this Hidden Fates. I'll be right back. Okay. Kitty working like Mister. That's right. She's got to make biscuits. I'm a boy. Shh. What? Now she's all excited because I'm throwing things. Oh, little gray kitty's out now. She must have gotten booted from the bedroom. Okay, there we go. Mister, I figured it out. Kitty's puking because you have Yugis in the house. Get rid of them. Oh, you're right. That's brilliant. All right, this is for Emiliano. He ordered some live shipping. Let's see what he pulls. The moment the other cat's out here, she starts meowing to get back in. Meow. Best example of grass is always greener. People can't be happy with good things once they have it. They just have to find the next best thing. Other trash TCGs. Oh, right. I know what you mean. Yeah, absolutely. Looking for the next high. I'm going to get Digimons. Get DBS. All right, we'll get DBS, but I really can't until after May 3rd, okay? I'm not ordering anything until after May 3rd. We got Naganadel. Here's Chandelure. All right, Chandelure. And Riolu. Excited to see what happens with the audit in Arizona. Oh, they're going to find nothing wrong. Ooh, what do we pull? Ah, nice, dude. Man, I swear, you never miss. He got a hit from GX, he got a hit from Unified Minds in 3 packs, and then he got a full art from Hidden Fates. I don't know how you get so lucky all the time. It's crazy, man. You're running on high luck. Okay. And let's grab these hollows. Now, the thing is, if I included those common and uncommon cards in this bag, it might just make the bag too heavy, and it would double the cost of my postage. Because if it gets over a pound, I am not able to ship first class anymore, and that bumps us up to priority mail. And if you look at the size of this bag, it's about as big as it's allowed to be. So I'm going to be dumping the bulk, but you got all your hollows, okay? Do I play Pokemon Go? I play Pokemon Go to the polls. All right, so let's see. We'll put one more card in the front like this. And we'll wrap it up. Mr. Emiliano with all the Pokepoles. All right, I get the same address for you. And we'll say that this bag is shy of a pound. I got your label, and I'll be right back. Hey, what are you doing? Well, Gray Kitty's over here. She wants to hang out. I'll put it in here. Well, it's kind of a large box, though. She gets scared so easily. She's scared just because I'm making too much commotion while I'm doing the shipping. She'll run away the moment I start shaking the box around. Alright, so we got some of those in there. You're going to get a lot of boxing, Mr. Emiliano. I'm just trying to clean up over here. Oops. All right. So easy. Emiliano, you're live shipped. Ah, Kitty, there's a lot of live shipping at the end of this live stream. Any ideas for the next box break after the move? Well, you know, we've still got a ways to go on the fossil box break, so there's still plenty of time to think about it, okay? Okay, so now we have, I see an order for Jesse. Let me refresh. Which one do you like, Shiny Charizard or VMAX Charizard? I like them both, because they're both Charizards. Right, Kitty? Kitty agrees. CP6. All right, we're getting CP6. So we got Alex, who ordered one more Shiny Star. Michael Cusick, who ordered live shipping. David Medallia, who ordered one Fossil Custom, one Shining Fates. Ramiro, who got live shipping with the slab. And Jesse Salinas is next. He wants one Rebel Clash and live shipping. Wow, a lot of live shipping all of a sudden. Here we are, Rebel Clash. This is for Jesse Salinas. Jesse Salinas. I've got an XY Evo order. Oh, sweet. Okay, let me go get to that too, okay? So Jesse Salinas. Here we are. Toss this in here. It's Evo with good print quality. I'd want something between modern and vintage, like Diamond Pearl era. Well, again, I think that those are actually a bit overpriced for the cards that you pull. I don't think those are very good. I mean, I could offer them, but I can't promise that it would be worth your money. And I like to open up sets that are definitely going to be a good flip. I think that the cards in those eras, they were kind of ugly. I'll be right back. I'm going to ship Jesse Salinas. Now, Jesse, I don't remember if you said you had a... I don't remember if you said you had a slab or not. I don't think you did. that's all wrapped up. Grab one of these little boxes. Hold your ears. And your shift. Mr. Jesse. After Jesse, we have an order from Theo Lang. Theo says, it's been a little while, but can I get XY Evo? I have a bag. Well, we already opened that, so you must have another order above that one then. After Jesse, we have Alex, who says, one more shiny star. Wow, you're really not giving up, huh? Have you ever seen Black and White Legendary Treasure? I have seen it. Steep. You would be paying an awful lot for those boosters. Ancient Origins again. Yeah, we could do Ancient Origins for sure. What do you think, Kitty? Here's Articuno. You've got the holographic Gengar that I like, and you've got Ditto VMAX. Mr. S. M. Pratt and Rudy with Alpha Investments say XY Evo is bussin'. You listen. Are they really saying that? That's good. Because that was what I suspected as well. It means that we're all in agreement. There we go. It's bussin'. How much for Gengar? 5 bazillion. What do you mean? How much for store credit for the Gengar? Let's do evolution box breaks, says Brad. Well, I got evolution packs right now if you want to open. What do you think, Kitty? If you want me to do box breaks, I can tell you the price of the packs are going to nearly double. Okay, so box breaks are a lot more expensive. But I got loose packs if you'd like to open those. And we've been pulling out tons of Charizards from the loose packs. So this is quality loose packs. What price for Gengar? He's a bazillion, mister. Didn't you know? Mister, get CP6. Kitty, he wants CP6. Well, we got perfectly bad English evolutions. We have Diego Martinez, who wants 1 team up. Okay, let's get you 1 team up. 1 team up. I saw that you said 1 Unbroken Bonds. I've got that as well. He says 1 more pack for Gengar. I definitely would not trade anything for that Gengar, I'm afraid. If your Gengar was like pristine 10 with CGC, then we would definitely talk about a trade. But before him actually being graded, I wouldn't offer anything. Mister, did you do a face reveal yet? Yeah, I have a face reveal on TikTok if you guys haven't seen it. Okay, 1 Unbroken Bonds, 1 Vivid Voltage, 1 Vivid. Ooh. And that's it for today. And off to bed after my opening. Thank you, mister. All right, Diego. So we'll pull out Hyper Rare Pikachu, Hyper Rare Charizard Reshiram, and over here we'll pull out Hyper Rare Gengar Mimikyu. Easy. And then you'll make like $1,000. It's Gengar. Sneep. And Mom says she would do Mister. What? Oh, Mom says she would do Mister. Here we go. Man, the days fly by and we get closer and closer to that move-out date. We're hoping tomorrow that the bank approves our loan. Today, the bank got the appraisal done, and they said the appraisal on the home is that it's worth well, I won't talk about what it's worth, I guess. I probably shouldn't talk about how expensive my house is. But the bank finished its approval, and they valued it as $5,000 more than what we were paying. So we believe that the appraisal is good then. And then after that, we should get the bank loan finished. I think that they'll actually agree to allow us to borrow that money, because they said that the underwriting for the home was already good. Mr. Diego. All right, here we are. Sweet. Diego with the D. Where's Diego? He says he's all done for the night. Dontrell. Diego. 5 Zards. Yeah, I guess it depends on which Charizard you're talking about, but yeah, definitely. How much is CGC Express? A lot cheaper than PSA. I can tell you that. A lot cheaper. You know what, Mr. Diego, let me get you a bonus card real fast, okay? Picking up just a Rillaboom this time, but that's okay. It's a bonus card. How much is CGC Express? It's doubling or something like that. And if you're talking about having me, if you're having me send it out for you, there is a fee I charge in order to do that work for you. So I don't know what I'll charge, and then I don't really know what the website will charge either. Mary says, hey, Alex, did you buy everyone a slab? That's so cool. Yeah, what the heck, Alex? I thought you were going to buy everyone a slab. Promises not kept. Promises made but not kept. What do you think about that? See, now Kitty's hanging out with us. Check it out. Kitty's over here now. Kitty's like, I'll watch. Alex never keeps his promises. Wow. Oh, Mary's back. Time to get off the stream. Oh, my God. Lee Montoya says 2. Shiny Star of Ease. All right, you got it, Mr. Lee. Lee. All right, Lee Montoya. My name is Lee Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. You ready? He said, pull me a Charizard. You got Urshifu. All right, and this pack's just going to be a Dragapult V. Pack number 2. I don't think this is going to be Charizard pack either. Maybe a good Shining card? No. 2 cold packs. You got Lapras and Dragapult. All right, toss it over there. Mr. Lee, let's find your bag. Of course, you can never get a true cold pack with these because you always get some kind of hit. At least one feet pick. Oh my God. Keith, Kyle, King, Lachlan, Keith, Kyle, Kellen. Mary is part of cancel culture. I knew it. I have a bag and a bulk box. Oh, you've got a bulk box, you say. All right, so Mr. Lee, where am I going to find your bag, Lee? Are you in the overflow? Don't lie to me, Lee. I've got eyes everywhere. Spies watching. So here's Bradley Sheely. Oh, I'm not seeing Lee. Let me test in here again. Chisa underscored that Mary's actually a man. I knew it. No, LMAO, I'm not here. We just share the same name. Oh, I'm not her. Keith, Kyle, King, Lachlan, Kiet, Kyle, Kevin, Kellen, Mr. Lee Montoya. Did we move your bag somewhere? Don't lie to me, Lee. Oh man, it's like here it is. He was way back there. This is like the worst part of the job, is trying to find a bag that's hard to find. Sweet. And now we'll grab his bulk and baggy this up. My mom says I'm very handsome. My mom. Men like hoops and Mary doesn't. She can't be a man. That's true. Snorlax says I'm 6'3", fit girl with the sleeve. I knew it. Oh, I got a ringing ear for some reason. What the heck? Kitty, you making my ears ring? Kitty, I'm going to be like an old man going, what? I can't hear you. You want to see Kitty grooming? Oh my God. Kitty, we're going to have to rehome you. You're too cute. You're causing distractions, Kitty. Did you pull a ghost rare from Yu-Gi-Oh? Oh yeah, we definitely pulled one, so you should avoid them. I'm just kidding. So, it looks like we're all done with the orders for the night. I think we are all done with orders for the night. Okay, so I'm going to call no more orders. We're at 190 minutes. Now's a good time to be ending the live stream. I'm going to go ahead and open up the giveaway pack. Packology says no. Packology, if you want to make an order, I will open up those cards for you, but that's it, okay? That'll be the last one. James Gower said, my buddy used to listen to loud music in his car. He blew one of his eardrums, and now he hears a ringing all the time. Well, that's not good. Still waiting for you to ship me the kitty. All right, I'm sending the kitty out right now. Wow, mister, made this stream 18 plus with kitty there. Mister, you should make a kitty NFT printing, grade it in your own slab as a precious 10. A precious 10? Oh my God. Get Kitty her own YouTube channel. I told my wife that she could operate a content channel where it's just the 2 cats. And she doesn't believe me, but I keep trying to tell her that's where the big money's at. The big money is in just taking pictures of your animals. It's like the easiest job if you think about it. So I'm scrolling down to the giveaway channel. Now, wasn't there somebody who I was supposed to add? This guy right here. All right, so Mr. Red Flare. Here we are. All right, and now Red Flare is in. Red Flare's been around. And let me open up the number generator. There's a wheel? I don't want to use a wheel. Let's just use the regular number generator, the Google number generator. All right, here we go. Oh, also, let me see the last guess real fast. So the last guess was Big T Exotic. And as you guys know, if you guess again, you're out. Or if you edit your guess, you're out. So here we are. Number 45 is the winning guess. All right. Good luck to 45. That's Annoying Visuals. Congratulations to Annoying Visuals for guessing 45. And oh, he's actually won twice. Wow. Annoying Visuals. What does he go by? What does his name go by? Well, we'll just have him go by Annoying Visuals, and let's see. Does Annoying Visuals pull a hot one? No, I'm afraid not. Just a hollow pull. All right. So, nothing crazy. How about we go and check on PayPal a last time and see if anyone ordered any last thing before shutting down, okay? Because I saw the one guy was maybe thinking about making an order. Let's see. Nope, no orders have come in, which means we're ready to wrap up. Another successful live stream. We're getting closer to the move-out date. When we get within 3 days of the move-out date, I'm probably going to start disassembling this table. And once this table is disassembled, we won't be able to host the live stream. But maybe I'll wait until there's only 2 days left. I don't know. But at that point, we won't be able to hang out and open cards the same way. Maybe I'll still host a live stream and I'll just say hi to you guys or something. But or maybe I'll take you for a spin around where I used to live. I don't know. Well, we'll figure that out when it shows up, okay? So I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. See you guys tomorrow.